Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, yeah. Inside, bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow, the promise, the future, and life. Let this light that's within me shine to the whole world, whole world. Light, let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh, inside, yeah. Inside.
Hello. Good evening.
Bringing hope and make you feel alright. Rainbow.
Noriko, I see you. Good evening. Besmo, I see you. Good evening.
Shine to the whole world.
Samuel, I see you. Good evening.
Let the dawn of a
Please
new
help
day
share this
bring
live.
understanding and love. Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, I see you. What a name.
inside,
All around me, yeah.
inside.
I see you, user 744. Good evening. Shola, I see
Bringing
you.
hope and make you feel alright.
It's me. Well, you're welcome to Inside Superstar. Good evening. I hope we are good.
Promise the future and
From UK here, happy Bank Holiday Monday.
let this light that's within me shine to the
I see you, lovable.
whole world.
Lovable Lovette. Wow.
Let the dawn of
Good
a
evening. I
new
hope
day
you are good.
bring understanding and love. Oh,
I joined. I see you. Thank you for the like.
inside,
Williams Osa, I see you. Or Osaz. Okay. I think I can see. Gifty. Good evening.
bringing hope
Happy
and
Monday.
make
I hope you guys are good. Shannon, I see you. Ma joined, I see you.
rainbow, the promise, the
Natty
future,
Hunty, good evening.
let us light that's within
Zita Benny, I see you. Good evening. I hope you are good. Happy Monday to you.
Let the dawn of a new day bring understanding and love. Oh,
Please help share this live. Just click down on your screen for a few seconds. Some names will pop up. Please just click send all the way to your friends. Let them be part of our talk today. It's quite an interesting one. Boss Rocky 88, I see you. Good evening. I hope you are good. Happy Monday to you. Welcome to Inside. Leonora, I think. Or Lenora, I see you. Good evening. King, join. Thank you. ST Blue, I hope you are good. Yes, sir. Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday, and welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal today, the 25th of August, 2025. So that's 25/08/25. Wow. Denise, happy. I see you, JJ. Good evening. Elisa Iyoha, I hope you are good. Thanks for joining us here on Insight. Please help share. Lilies, I see you, my dear sister. Longest time. I hope you are good. Please do stay with us today. Kobe, I see you. Lydia, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. Is it Rachel? I see you. User 859. I see you. Chiquito Loco. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Inside today. A beautiful Monday, the day the Lord has made. Indeed, we ought to rejoice and be glad in it. Hop Market, I see you. Gayatri, I see you. Natalie, I see you. Tista for Autism. Good evening, dear sister. I hope you are good. Yes, hi to you, and happy Monday. Like I said to us in the UK, happy bank holiday Monday. Oh, thank you for the heart, Mrs. God bless. Janet, I see you. Thank you guys for joining. Please, if you don't mind, as you join, you can follow me here and I'll make sure I find you and follow you right back. Thank you for helping to build this community. Yemane, I see you. Efe, I see you. Bedazzled. Oh, it's been a long time. I hope you're good. Millie Baby, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining in. Today is Monday, and on Insight, we talk about individual topics, some topics that we don't even think about. I think today's topic is one of them kind of topics. However, you find out that, oh my God, this is very useful for me as an individual. You know, there's certain aspects of our lives that we, like I said, we don't pay attention to. However, when we do such, and you know, we're conscious about that aspect of our lives, we find out that our lives are all the better for it. Von Awele, I see you. I think is this Ola? I saw someone there. Thank you. Let me see if I can just find you and follow you back. Okay, I will find you. I'm not sure who this person is. Thanks for the follow. I will find you and follow you back. Belize, I see you. Oluwajobi, thank you. Good evening and welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal once again. Please help share this live. Let us build this community together. Manuel, I see you. Nana, welcome. So today our topic is very interesting, being attentive. As an individual, are you an attentive person? This is an aspect of our lives we probably are not really conscious about. But I'm sure as you're listening to this talk today, it will give you certain perspective, certain things to kind of self-reflect on. Check your lives, you know, think about it. If you as an individual really need to work on this, because there's certain things we might lose because we're not paying attention or we're not attentive enough. Baritone, I see you. Good evening. I hope you're good. Kemi KG, I see you. Jojo, I think I saw you flashback there. Blessed one, good evening. Chi, I see you. Sunny, thanks for joining. I appreciate everyone as you join this live broadcast today. Once again, please, I beg of you, if you click down on your screen for about 3 seconds, some names will pop up. Just click send and send to all of your friends. The more the merrier, as they say. Let's be part of this crucial discussion today. Thank you so much, Baritone, for the heart me. I see this person just keeps flashing. Could barely even get their name, but all the same, you're welcome. So guys, without wasting much time, well, not really too long a talk today, but just to bring perspective to it as usual, so that we are focused, you know, and then we can talk more about this topic. Being attentive as an individual. If I asked you right now, do you think you're someone who really pay attention to things? You know, some will say, oh, I pay attention to details, but these are words. I mean, really check yourself and kind of reflect on the kind of person you are. Do you have that patience? Do you have the time to sit and be attentive to whatever it is you're doing? Or you just brush through, you know, just rush through, read through quickly, as you know, just attend to things. You want to get things done quickly and all of that without really paying attention to details. How far has it gotten you as a person? So let's look at this as an individual. Empress, I see you. Y6, I think. I see you. Good evening. So I'm going to go into the talk. And, as I give the talk, think about it. There's definitely going to be some aspect I'm not going to touch, but this is where you come in. Good day 3, I see you. We're going to rub minds together and let's see how this topic is affecting us as individuals, whether we have it or whether we lack it. Somehow today we're going to reflect on it and do better by ourselves so that what? As an individual, we enjoy our life to the fullest. Elizabeth B, I see you. Good evening. Thanks for joining. So, we all know we live in a very fast-paced world where distractions are everywhere, everywhere. Phone bars, schedule overflow, thoughts, you wonder constantly. Something always kind of gets in your attention. Woman of purpose, I see you. Good evening. But many, many times people hear without really, really listening. They say, oh, I'm just hearing, like you're hearing somebody's mouth moving, but you were not really listening, so you cannot tell them exactly what they're saying. Or you're sifting through whatever they're saying. Maybe they've said 20 things and you can only get 2. That means you're not really listening. You're just hearing that person. You look without truly seeing, kind of a thing. Or you go through life without being fully present. Some people actually go through life without fully being present. And that's why sometimes you find people in their 50s, 60s, 70s. Now life has taught them you have to pay attention. And now they're looking at life like, where has their life gone? Because they were just going with the flow. They were not paying attention. Whatever comes goes and all of that. And then they get to this prime of their life and they feel, what have they done with all the 60 years, all the 50 years or more? Who knows? But never too late. So I can read people's body language. This of autism. Okay. I want to believe that conversation is for us today. Or you probably will have to wait and come and explain. You can read people's body. Or being attentive. So does that mean they're saying something, but their body language is kind of different? Thank you, Baritone, for sharing this life. I really, really appreciate that. So yeah, that can be something, really. And sometimes some people, they're saying 1, but they actually mean 2 by their body language. Okay, I think I get you, it's of autism, but please hang around. We're going to talk some more about this. So, yet being attentive is one of the most powerful personal qualities an individual can cultivate, meaning you can actually cultivate this. Baba BJ, I think that's the name. I don't know if there's something missing in between. I see you. Good evening, or I should just say Baba. Relu Radby, I don't know, I can barely see that as well, but hopefully you will stay and join us for this discussion later. For those that are joining us today, I'd like to give the talk a bit of flesh for us to understand which perspective we're going to be flowing today. So, to be attentive, what does it mean? It means to be fully present, to be observant and responsive, whether towards God, whether towards people, whether towards yourself, even as that may sound a bit funny, but people pay attention to themselves, or it could be you paying attention to a situation. So it is a discipline that shapes character. It shapes how you build your relationship with people, with friends, with families, with a stranger, and positions a person for success. Some people, they've paid attention, they've listened, and the output they're bringing is because they've actually listened, and the person they've listened to is so marveled, like, so you were listening to every tiny thing I said. So yeah, they were listening. Mavila, I see you. Thanks for joining. And you can have success, that way. Be aware of what is happening around us. Exactly. Because sometimes we're not paying attention and danger is lurking around us. We may not know, God forbid. Some people have been hit off the road by a car because we're not paying attention. And it could be as a result of, the mobile phones distracting or whatever it may be. Yeah, I'm going to be coming to all of that shortly. Yellow Sissy, I think, or Ceci, I see you. Good evening and welcome. So, like I always say, as individuals, we've been created by God, whether we acknowledge that truth. It's not a fact, it's a truth. Is one thing or another. So I always like to look at it how God sees us or how God would have us be in terms of being attentive. So let's look at attentiveness in relationship with God. That is the ultimate one, to be honest with you, but I'm still going to break it down some more. So the most important attention we can give God, we can give to anyone, or well, anyone really, is to God, because it means you have acknowledged, you are attentive, and you know without a shadow of doubt that He is your creator. And if He created you and you go into His word, you will see all the promises He has for you, what is expected of you as a person, as you know, what is expected of me as a person. He speaks through His word, and through prayer and through the promptings of the Holy Spirit. That I know that much. But often we are too distracted to hear. Sometimes there's this still small voice we hear, and it seems, oh, is it me talking to myself? Especially when we're not people of faith. Some will say, it's their intuition. Something in my gut feeling is this, is that. And sometimes still, whatever that gut feeling is, we still ignore it. And at the end, when something not too good happens, we say, boy, I knew it. Something was telling me that, no, and all of that. It was just God's Spirit prompting you, probably of danger ahead, or for you to pay attention to a particular thing or particular situation. So Proverbs 4:20 says, I'll always go there. So it's not news here on Insight anymore. It says, my son, give attention to my words, incline your ear to my sayings. What is God telling you? Are you paying attention? As an individual, do you want to pursue that project, that business? And God is telling you, no, my dear child, that business is not for you. It sounds good, there's prospect and all of that, but at the end you might lose thousands and thousands of money. Do not go into that business. Are you attentive enough to hear God telling you certain things? Or you just feel, I'm hearing that voice, but my mind wander and I don't feel. Thank you, Tista, for sharing. Thank you, Bariton, as well. So you need to be mindful. Are you paying attention to God's words? Are you hearing what He's saying to you? Or are you distracted by all this busyness of life? So being attentive to God, it requires a lot, and I must say this, and that's why I'm like, please let us self-reflect honestly. Even if you don't listen to everything I'm gonna say, you have to hear it, so hopefully you listen. So being attentive to God, it requires setting aside quiet time with God. How else? Because life is too busy this, busy that, busy those, busy them, all the time. So you need to set aside a quiet time to kind of be in the presence of God. And you have to be determined, Lord, I just want to hear you today. What are you telling me in this season of my life? What are you telling me? I want to pay attention to you, to your spirit and all of that. Again, another way is listening, not just speaking in prayers. Sometimes we go, because there's a burden in our hearts, we just go, Father, Lord, this, oh Lord, help me. Oh God, make a way. Oh Lord, that, and then we speak, pray. And then we just, in Jesus' name, we just walk off. And God is saying, my dear child, I have heard you, but you're not listening to me. You just walk off. I'll tell you one. There was this, I don't know, it's an analogy really, I think should help. There's this person who had an average size cross to carry, and they felt this cross is heavy, this cross is too big, oh Lord. And of course everybody's complaining with their crosses they're carrying and all, and this person wasn't paying attention to other people. Of course could hear them mumbling, shouting, my cross is heavy, and he too was shouting the same, my cross is heavy. Nobody really paying attention. And at some point everybody had to bring their cross to the Father. And then this man just looked round. For the first time he paid attention, and he saw that, oh my goodness, I've been complaining, and yet it seems like my cross is the smallest. My goodness, this person with joy carried a small cross and left because he felt, my cross, I think I should be able to carry by myself. You know, having paid attention to others, found out that their cross was way bigger, way bigger than his own. So sometimes we need to pay attention where we're at and look round. Sometimes we're not grateful, we're not appreciative of what is around us or what we have because we're mumbling and all that. And when you now pay attention to people around or situations around, you find out that you're way better off, and then you are most grateful. So I hope we're not like that man who's just always mumbling, groaning, and all of that, and not paying attention to situations around. So listening, not just speaking in prayer. When you finish praying to God, you want to hear. He might drop a word, open to Psalms, whatever, open to a portion of, and then you find out that, oh my goodness, this is just a solution to whatever it is you're praying for. Sometimes it could be. And another way of being attentive to God is obeying promptly when He gives instruction. I've shared on Inside here how I would hear, and I'll just like kind of dismiss, you know, the smallest detail about you, God is paying attention. So why don't we listen? As simple as a number plate on a car told me to check it. I'm like, oh, it's fine. I checked it the day before, it's fine. And I drove miles from my house, came back. And the next day, before I even realized that my number plate had fallen off on the motorway. And I said, oh my God. And he told me, I was just dismissive. I didn't pay attention to that voice. I'm like, of all things, number plate of a car? What was that about? But just to let you know that God pays attention. And I ignored it. I didn't listen. I didn't check because I felt, you know. And then the next morning, because I drove home all, you know, everything was okay. But I went to a place I'd never been before just to do some, you know, get some documents done. So it was just one-off trip. And I didn't realize until the second day my son went, he ran back, I said, Mom, your number plate is missing. I said, no, don't tell me. And I knew that just yesterday before I left home, I heard, check your number plate. And I'm like, how? So he's always speaking, but we're not paying attention. Please don't be like me. Oh yeah, somebody's asking, Baritone, where have you been? Thank you for the heart, me. Ategbenga, oh, good evening, good to see you. Maybe he's been to London to see the king, who knows. So let's pay attention. Again, being attentive to God also requires obeying promptly when He gives that instruction. So attentiveness to God brings direction, it brings wisdom, and it brings peace. Not listening to God, it brought chaos. My goodness, I lost my peace because I knew what it was going to cost me to replace that number plate. As simple as that was, or as simple as that can be, God is interested in everything that concerns you. But are we paying attention? Do we hear when He speaks? Food for thought. Think about it, especially to us as people of faith. So let's look at attentiveness to oneself. I mean, it's one thing hearing God. Do you even hear yourself speak to yourself? And this is where that self-reflection comes in. Are you the type that will sit and reflect on things, reflect about your life, your profession, your family, your array of friends, or whatever it may be? Thank you so much for liking the live. Please, guys, let's share this live to our friends. You'll find out that this talk, it affects all of us as individuals, and if we can really pay attention to this topic, I'm sure our lives will be better. So an individual must also pay attention to their own life. Many people are so focused, they're so focused on others, and they neglect their own inner world. Are you that kind of a person? I'm thinking. Do you pay attention to your thoughts? Yes. Do you pay attention to what you're thinking? Guard your heart, because thoughts shape our behavior. When you think about certain things, you find out that you're acting it out. And then if it's a negative thinking, you're going to bring out some negativity. That's basically what it means. So are you paying attention to your thoughts as a person? Are you paying attention to your emotions? Or you're the type that kind of denies everything, you're a self-denial, if you just lost a loved one and you're just, I'll be fine, it's okay, and you're in denial. Sometimes you want to cry, you're like, no, you have to man up, especially for men. No, men are not supposed to be seen crying or whatever. And you're not paying attention to your feelings, to your emotions. So recognize your feelings and deal with them constructively. Okay, because if you don't do that, you will destroy whatever feelings you have, suppress it, push it aside, and then you're suffering in silence, and that can come out as anxiety, depression, or insomnia in some cases. Okay, I see you guys are just in your banter there. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Please help share this live. Like I would say, please share to all your friends. Let us be part of this talk today. I mean, I'm sure it will be beneficial to everyone. 8:13, I see you. Good evening. So again, when you talk about being attentive to yourself, are you attentive to your health? Really, do you pay attention to your health? As I said that now, I just thought of myself as well. God will help me. There's some prayer points. Some of us are still praying. God will have to help us. Your body is a temple of God. Your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. If you read 1 Corinthians 6:19, go and read that on your own. Say, rest, eat well, and exercise. Some of us, that rest, God will have to give it to us surplus. Some of us eat well. We may be struggling here and there. Sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I just feel, what's the point of eating? We ate yesterday. We're still eating today. What's the point? Can we not just do without food? Yeah, maybe for 40 days and 40 nights. Then afterwards, you would have to still eat. And some of us, it could just be a small exercise or a small routine, but we're not like paying attention. Maybe that exercise is not even good for us. Some of us will go into certain exercise routine and we even come out more pain. Some of us will feel it's not even helping. And if you pay attention, you know to change that routine or to go in research of your kind of body composition and all that to find out really what kind of exercise you ought to be doing. I remember, I'll tell you this just to cite an example, attentive to your health. You pay attention to your health. I remembered, I don't know whether it was after I had my last baby. For some reason, I had 4 cesarean. And when you have C-sections like that, you cannot, what a normal delivery, normal birth person would do, a woman would do in terms of exercise and all the bits they have to do for your tummy. Hey, everybody stay away from my tummy, because any little move like that, you find yourself back in the hospital. They might have to restitch you and all of that, and it's more pain. So for people who have their cesarean section, they just leave them because your body needs to heal before you start doing some rigorous exercise. But you find out that, 4 times over, my Lord, help me, I couldn't do all the regular exercise, using the hot water on your belly to do. I couldn't do that because I stood the risk of going back to the hospital. So your womb, your womb or your belly would just be in some sort of proportional size, for a while, because the doctor would tell up to 6 months, no heavy lifting, just the baby. If you must, avoid even carrying baby. I say, who will carry baby? If I don't, in Europe, you don't carry your baby, nobody will carry except your spouse anyways. So I couldn't do that. And then I was just going through online search here and there. Okay, there's a routine you can do at home. You just, is the sit-ups. Yeah, the sit-ups. I started doing this. I was so like, I must do this. My belly, day. And I did that. Honestly, I was so committed to that. And all of a sudden, I just found out my belly was kind of breaking in two. It was like somebody had slashed it in two. And I'm like, what kind of shape was this? So I had to go back, meaning I was paying attention because this wasn't there before. Why is this coming up now? This was not the whole idea of me doing this exercise. And I'm still talking about being attentive to your health. And I did that. I'm like, no, something is wrong. So I had to Google search. Why am I having a broken belly. I don't even know how I phrased it as it was anyways. And he said, oh, for certain people, you know, you have upper abdomen, lower abdomen. If you're upper abdomen, you have to do certain exercise. If you have the lower belly, something, you have to do that. I said, oh my God. So I read through and I saw the exercise they were doing. I said, wow, I was so committed. And I just saw that, oh my God, my belly was kind of breaking in two. And I found out that no, for my kind of belly, because I was paying attention, I had to do a certain kind of sit-ups. Is leg up. Leg up, not me sitting up. I'm like, what's the difference? Ah, that is where knowledge is power. And I'm like, no, this line must vanish. So the same way I was so committed with the sit-up, was so committed to the leg ups. And of course, it took a longer while. And I just found out that the broken belly was gone. So I had my tummy back. In fact, at some point, I just stopped. I said, you know what? God, I thank you. My children are healthy. I'm okay. I will live with this belly, you know, because I don't want to do anything that would bring funny shape and all of that. So, but I paid attention. If I wasn't, trust me, I would have carried on because I was so committed. I would have carried on doing that. And the result I was getting was not making me happy. So I knew enough, pay attention enough to change the routine, find out what was wrong. What was I doing wrong? My kind of body composition needed this particular kind of exercise, yet I found me doing a wrong one. So, are you paying attention to you? Some people, it could just be a tiny cough, just and you feel you're okay. And the next day from sleep, you just wake up coughing excessively, and something in you will be telling you, when you had that small cough, something told you, pay attention to that cough, or you just ignored it, you know, and then it's just turned out to be something big and all of that. So we need to pay attention to our health. Don't overlook anything, because sometimes you tend to do that, especially a lot of us who like to self-medicate. Or any slight headache, straight for Panadol, paracetamol, and you don't know whether it's a tumor that is advancing. Go see your doctor. Pay attention to your health. So the last one I'm going to talk about is paying attention to our growth. Keep learning, improving, and changing yourself. I mean, in today's world, if you don't do that, you just find out that everybody's leaving you back there. You have to improve yourself. You have to keep learning. The day you stop learning, well, the day anyone stops learning, they probably be 6 feet under. So are you the type that you're paying attention? You've gotten this job, oh, it's good, and you find out that there's some skills, you might brush up with one course here and there, but just be like, oh, I'll do it later. And then bam, one day you get the report. Keep moving. Exactly, it is of autism. You have to keep moving with the pace of the world today. In this 21st century, if you do not want to be left out for the life of me, keep learning, keep improving, keep challenging yourself. Pay attention to your growth. You don't want to be overshadowed wherever you're working, your profession and things like that. You have to keep on top of your game. So, are you paying attention to that professional need of yours? Or you're waiting for your company to keep saying, oh, you must go for this course, you must do this. Even at that, some people will still ignore. So we need to pay attention if you want to keep up in your profession, in your world, and all of that. So when you pay attention to yourself, you position yourself to live purposefully and also to serve others better. I mean, you serve yourself, serve others better. Osha Shanoi, I see you. Thanks for joining. So we pay attention to God. What is God saying to us? We pay attention to ourselves. What is our body telling us? What is our situation telling us? Say, get my AI twin to help. Okay, you guys are chatting there. Okay, let me not be too distracted, but okay. So, the third one I'm going to mention is attentiveness to others. This is very crucial. We've talked about certain topics in and out here where people just mind their business. They can't be bothered what their next neighbor is going through. Everybody's me, myself, and I. I've been there, done that. I just want to mind my business and all. But we need to pay attention to others. So true attentiveness, it shows love and respect to other people. In conversations, people don't just want to be heard. They want to be understood. And that's why, communication is good, is key. Being attentive, it's very important when you talk about other people. The book of James 1:19 says, so then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, but slow to speak and slow to wrath. But you find out that everyone is so swift to hear, swift to speak, swift to everything, swift. They're not paying attention, and then the key important things might be missed in the process of not listening. So are we paying attention to other people around us? So being attentive to others simply means listening carefully without interrupting, because sometimes you're in a dialogue or a discussion, some people just interject, they just break in, short in, and then they will probably never finish their sentence and you don't even know what they're saying. So I hope you're not that kind of a person. You pay attention to others, and that's why I love it here on Insight. Everybody takes their turn. You know, we may not share the same views or opinion, but I mean, everybody would take turn to share their views. We're here to learn from one another, correct one another in love, quote and unquote. So listening carefully without interrupting others is a way that you're paying attention. Well, should be a way that you're paying attention. God is good. 1, 2, 3. I see you. I hope you are good as well. Again, paying attention to others is observing body language and unspoken needs, just like Tista Fortism said earlier. Sometimes some people, maybe because they're on the reserve side, they don't know how to express their feelings, but you could tell that this person might be in pain, this person might be going through something, or you just feel this heaviness or burden around them. Don't just ignore it. You know, the most you can do is ask them, are you okay? And not just ask, are you okay? And then you've gone away. I mean, just turn immediately and walk off. If you're asking someone if they're okay, make sure you get a response. And when you pay attention to their response, you find out that they're just, being courteous. They're like, oh, I'm good, thank you. And they just walk off. You will call them back and say, no, I mean it. Are you truly okay? I have people in my life, sometimes they bug me with this and I'm like, here we go. I said I'm okay, it's okay. And then when they push, it's just that, then you not talk. Some of us are like that. But God will help us that we pay attention to our friends, to our family, loved ones, colleagues even. And a colleague might be struggling with a particular project. Quality Street, I see you. I hope you're good. And they're struggling, but because maybe they find it hard to come and ask, not because of pride, but they just don't want to disturb you because you have your own workload. And then you see, and I might spare a minute or two. Oh, hi, Joe. Are you okay with that project? Do you need my help? And even they say no, you know that they need your help, but they're just, I don't know, it's just their person. And you're like, well, guess what? I'm just going to help you anyways. But if you feel that they're pushing like they don't need help, you need to read the signs. That's why you need to pay attention to know when they say you mean you're saying yes but you mean no, when you say no, all these things. God will help us. It's only when you pay attention you know what somebody is really saying. So you trained us well to give each other space to talk and listen. Leslie, good evening. Oh, thank you for that. So you have to read the signs, read their mood and all of that to know that they're saying no, but they actually mean to say yes. Some of us, the way we've been wired, God will help us that we don't just suffer needlessly. So observe body language, observe unspoken needs. Sometimes my husband will say, that person was talking to me, I was reading in between words. I used to say that, well, what do you mean reading between words? It's what they're telling you. If they say yes, just take their yes and go. But he taught me that, and so for me, I had to pray more. It's a gift I really want to, have, so to say, so that at least I'll truly be able to help someone or myself even. So again, paying attention to others means valuing what people say, even if you don't agree. Just like I said here on Insight, sometimes, so some submissions, I might be like, not quite, because of the sake of those listening. That's why we have to correct one another. Like I said, in love, we don't come here and be shouting each other down like I've experienced in certain lives. No, we don't do that. I mean, with peace and love, we try to correct one another or correct whatever impression we have about a particular thing that we find out that majority knows that this person's submission needs a bit of help. So it's good to see you, Leslie. You're welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. So the last one is being attentive to other people, being sensitive to people's struggles and their feelings. It's very important. This strengthens relationships, it reduces conflict, and it kind of builds trust. Say professional platforms. Quality Street, you come and explain that in a minute, because don't worry, I'll soon be rounding up my talk today. So let's see another aspect. Like we say here on Monday, we're talking about individual issues relating to individuals. And today we're talking about being attentive. Do we pay attention to ourselves? Do we pay attention when God is speaking to us? Do we pay attention where our neighbors are concerned or other people are concerned? So let's look at attentiveness to opportunities. Can you imagine thousands of opportunities people have missed because they were not paying attention? Life presents countless opportunities, countless, but only those who are watchful and are attentive, they will notice these opportunities. Because you find out that maybe it's in a workplace, there's loads of people, doing the same thing on the same team, and one particular person just paying attention, and then bam, they get the promotion. I'd be like, no, I'm the most qualified. Oh, no, no, no. I've shared my story here. One time I worked with a company in Ireland, and I was a contractor. I was meant to be a contractor for 11 months. And after 11 months, if they don't take me on as a permanent staff, well, that's the end. I have to go away and then wait 6 months before I could come back to that same company. Those platforms where people yell and talk over each other, very unprofessional. Well, they might not see it that way, Quality Street. They might just not. But whether they do or not, we don't do that here on Inside. So I was in this company, I was a contractor, and the particular section that I worked in, because it was a computer company, there was my job description, and I would go overboard because I'm curious about every aspect of that particular role. And I would ask questions, and those staff that will be like, maintain your lane, stay where they've put it. So I'm just curious. I want to learn what you guys do here, because you find out there's only certain people do certain things. I'm like, they don't have two heads. Me, I can do what they're doing there. I might not be trained for it, but if I just stay there, shadow them and what have you, I could do it. But even in that one I was given, like, is a contract of every 3 months. After 3 months, you have a meeting with your agency, and then you sign another 3 months, you come back. So I was doing that. So I found out that the first 3 months that I was there, of course, I didn't know nothing. So I was trained to do this, do that. I got a hang of it. So by the time I was finishing the first 3-month contract, I was good. I know what to do, at least regarding my role. And then when I went for my agency meeting, had a meeting, came back, new set of people. Of course, me, I already knew because I was here last contract, I knew what to do. So I see one or two struggling, like they've been trained, but it takes time to kind of get used to it, especially reading part numbers, knowing the right parts. Some, it could just be 3549 and 3945. If you don't look well, you pick the wrong computer parts. It was just, kind of like that. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, because if you keep getting queried by the team leader, they might even end your contract. Anyways, I was like, when I see people struggling, I just go, no, this one is on that side, this and that. I was just doing my thing, and I didn't realize the manager was kind of watching. Like, there's a big office up somewhere there, and if he comes to the balcony, he will see the whole floor, everybody working and all. I didn't know. I was just doing my own. I did the first contract set, the second bit, the third one. Of course, I had knowledge even of other aspects of that particular role, so to say. And I would help people from time to time, because there were people from India, all sorts. Some don't even speak good English, but you have to help them. If you have to pick words and what am I saying? I'm talking about being attentive now and talking about opportunities. So after my 10-month contract, I couldn't come back for 3 months. And at the same time, I was hoping to get a permanent job. And nothing was coming. Nobody approached me to say, okay, Funmi, we're going to give you a permanent job. You've been here for long. You've been doing a good job. What? Nothing. And I'm like, was my work not good enough? I was almost doubting myself. And after a while, was last day of contract. By the time I ended my shift, switch off that computer, and I'm like, nothing, is that it? That's just it, gone. And then I was about to leave. Others were leaving, everybody saying their farewell and all. And then the manager kind of ran after me and said, "For me, oh, can I see you for a minute?" In my mind, I'm like, yes, God, I've been praying, I need this job and all of that. And then he called me aside and said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, I left it too late." And I'm like, what is this man talking about? So sorry you left it. He said, "I assumed you're still going to be here for another contract set. So I just assume when you come back for your next contract, I'm going to offer you the permanent job. You fill the form." Oh my God. I said, "No, I'm here. I've done, so many months already." And he said, "Well, oh, you've done 3 sets, okay? Or is it 10 months or whatever you have to do?" But the long and short of it is, I know I'm gisting you, but I need you to understand what I'm trying to say. Missed opportunities. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it well with all of your might, your soul, and everything. And then this manager said, "Okay, you're going to go for your agency meeting. They're going to offer you 1 month contract." A lot of people would not sign for 1 month. What's 1 month? They will be looking for other jobs and all. He said, "But for me, if you can take that 1 month and come back, within that 1 month, I would try to speed up everything. You fill the contract form, do this, do that." I said, "What am I waiting for? This is what I've been waiting for 1 month. Even they say 1 week, I'm ready to take as long as I get the job." So that was the plan. When I went for my meeting, people sat there grumbling, mumbling, and all sorts. I was just thinking in my head, God, you waited this last minute. And then when they said, "Okay, there's a form here for 1 month contract. If you want it, you can come take one and sign it." I think I pushed my way to get the form, filled it out, and and went back for that 1 month. So within that 1 month, by the grace of God, I got the job, filled the form, did the meetings, and all of that. And it wasn't the end. I'm going to where that opportunity is. I'm trying to link that so that we know to pay attention. And I'm saying this because at the time I didn't realize one day I'll be sharing this with anyone who's listening. But we go through life, certain things happen we don't pay attention to until a certain time everything just comes like a puzzle fitting in together. I didn't realize, apart from me getting that permanent job, I didn't realize that manager had been watching. There were on occasions where after the contract I would go home and my mind would still be on that work space, and I'll be like, if they can do this, it'll be efficient, and nothing will bug me. And then when I'm praying, somebody say, "For me, write this on a paper, give it to the manager. Even if they don't acknowledge it, at least let it be in your file that you've brought some initiative and all of that." I said, "Hey, okay." So I would send email, I would even print some out and take it to my manager. "I've noticed this about this particular area, He would just take and put it away. I didn't realize. So when I got the permanent job, 2 weeks into the job, my manager called me and said, "For me, guess what? I need a training coordinator on this shift. I need you to do this. I've seen what you've been doing, helping others who are struggling, new contractors, In my mind, I'm like, hey, somebody was noticing me. I said, why not? It's a challenge. I'll take it up. So because there are 3 shifts in a day, and mine was the night shift, so said you have to go on the day shift, get trained as a training coordinator. They will certify you in all of the areas that I was so curious. They were pushing me away from learning, so I had to go and do all of that training, get certified, so I can come on my night shift and then train others and certify them, And I came to work one day after I taken the offer of a training coordinator, and my manager was summoned to one office, in my area there, and my colleagues had summoned my manager that I should come and explain to them why they feel that for me, who just joined 2 weeks ago, should be a training coordinator on the shift. They've been there for years and years and years. Why wasn't it them? So they really gave it to this man. So when I entered the crib, we call it, I'm like, where's everybody? It wasn't a bank holiday. People should be at work. So the other manager from the other side of the company called me quickly to his office and asked me, said, "For me, what have you done to your colleagues?" I said, "I don't know what's going on. Where's everybody?" He said, "Everybody have summoned your manager to an office and they're kind of querying him why he gave me the role of a training coordinator. I only just became a permanent staff 2 weeks ago, I was short of words. I didn't know how to respond. But the man assured me, don't worry, we're going to sort this out. It'll be fine. You don't worry. And my mind was thinking, wow, I saw that opportunity. I took it. Why did I get that opportunity? I was doing my thing. I was being diligent with my work. I didn't know I was being cited. And they felt this person will be good at this job because technically I was doing it in a way without even having the qualification, so to say. Anyway, to cut the long story short, I don't know why I'm telling us this long story, but I want to believe somebody's hearing me and paying attention as well. Eventually, my manager now called me up and said, this is what has happened this night. Your colleagues called me and they were querying me why I had to give you this job. I should explain to them, And I was just short of words. I wanted him to finish explaining. And he said, look at this file. He had my file on his, with him. And he brought out the pages of, suggestions, ideas that I had given him over the few months. And he said, this was the saving grace, so I didn't have to talk much to your colleagues. I'm like, please explain, I don't understand. He said, he took my file and took it back to them in that office where they had summoned him, and he gave it to them to read. And he said, in this particular area, if you do this, it'll be more efficient. It'll be this time-consuming work, will be reduced, And he said, all of them have a file with me, but there's nothing in their files. But all the suggestions you've given me, I've put in your file, and I gave them to read. And I asked them, how many of you have given such suggestions since I've been manager on this shift? And he said, everybody kept quiet. Nobody could talk. And that was the end of that meeting. And nobody, and then he now warned them, this person has taken time to go on the day shift to be trained, and she's coming back to certify all of you in this all aspects of this company here at least, and nobody should give me any stress whatsoever. And I left his office that day. I was just thanking God that I listened, I paid attention when God said, write this idea down, give it to your manager. I just obeyed. I paid attention. It brought about an opportunity and I took it and I got promotion. Of course, that's more pay and all of that. Do you pay attention? Because sometimes opportunity may come disguised, but because we're the type who don't pay attention, we may just lose a good thing. I know God is good. And that was it. In fact, I didn't have to talk much. Of course, afterwards, some of them gave me issues when I want to do their certification. They'd be like, it was hard. But I was just so happy to look at anybody's face because I had to do my job. So that was that for me. That opportunity came. And as a result, I grew in that company. I was there for almost 7 years. I grew in that company. In fact, there was a time they needed a team leader. I was serving as a team leader, sitting in as a team leader before we got another, and I was still doing my job as a training coordinator. It brought opportunity my way. So what am I trying to say? If you're the type that pay attention to whatever you're doing in every season, you'll find out that there are opportunities. But if you don't pay attention, you may just miss that opportunities. Opportunities for growth, career, service, or ministry often appear in simple, everyday moments. Do you pay attention? So the inattentive person misses them. They will miss that opportunity, but the alert person seizes that opportunity. I didn't even know. That's just the truth. I just heard. That's why I say, are you listening to what God is asking you to do? Or you're just fighting it off? Thank you for the hack me. Let's be mindful so we don't lose out. Ephesians chapter 5, 15 to 16 says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil. So being attentive to opportunities, it requires focus, it requires discipline, it requires readiness. Honestly, I think I was ready before I knew I was ready, because I just wanted, I was praying, God, give me permanent job, let me even have a permanent job. That was what I was praying. I wasn't praying for opportunity, for promotion for where. Let me even get the job first. But I was ready. I was even occupying that role without me being conscious of it, and bam, I got the permanent job 2 weeks later. I mean, I remember giving that testimony in church. It was just beyond what I was expecting. I was ready, and then the opportunity came my way and I took it. So, but thank God it's resolved now. Oh, thank God. Oh, yeah. So please pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to your season now, whether it's a good season, a bad season, whatever season you might be dished with now. There's always something to learn. There's always something, to gain. I pray it doesn't change again. Well, I've long gone, left them. It's been years now. I mean, but that's just a good example to buttress what I was trying to say. So let's look at barriers to attentiveness, because these things would have certain barriers. We have to now consciously look into that to make sure that nothing is cutting us off from listening attentively and from getting that opportunity. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know what just happened, but thank you for helping me with my goal. Alayo Nimi, I see you. Thank you so much. Thanks for the heart me, A13. Yeah, I'm going to be inviting us up shortly. I see somebody's requesting to join, but just give me a few minutes. Oh, wow. I don't know what's going on there, but thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much for helping with the goals for today. So let's look at barriers to being attentive. The first one is distractions. Like in today, phone, media, busyness of life may distract you from paying attention. Some of us, the kind of work we do. Just imagine a surgeon in the theater about to operate on somebody, and you have to wash up and all of that, no contamination in the surgical room and all of that. Imagine them always checking on their phone to see, and then they will take the scapula and want to do that. Oh, thank you so much for that. Thank you. No, it's not possible. There is no way. In fact, they might even go and drop something inside the person they're trying to operate on. But there's a lot of distractions in our world today, which some of us didn't contend with when we were much younger. So now you have to be conscious, be aware. What is that distraction for you? If you're studying as a student, for example, what is a distraction for you? It could be family, it could be anything, it could be maybe social media, it could be other things that really should not be a priority that is kind of distracting you. So look at that. What is that barrier distracting you from paying attention to what you're meant to be paying attention to? The second barrier is self-centeredness. Yes, thinking only about yourself. You're not paying attention to people around you. You're not paying attention to your work as such. You're just engrossed in your own world. Me doing me. Hello, Shem. I see you. Good evening. So self-centeredness can be a barrier to being attentive. Another one is stress and fatigue. A tired mind cannot pay attention. I don't know what's going on, but thank you, guys. When your mind is tired, you cannot pay attention. You're stressed, you're tired. Some of us don't eat on time, this and that, and you're not listening to, or you're not paying attention to certain things that you're meant to pay attention to because you're just tired. Oh, I'm tired, I'll look at it later. Or you just look at it halfway and you miss the main thing you're supposed to do. You just do and submit, and that's the end. And then you'll be wondering, it could be, students. And then the assessment, you're thinking top notch, you're going to get A. And then it comes back almost F, and you're wondering. And your lecturer would leave notes here and there. You omitted this, and you're like, but you thought. That means you didn't pay attention to your assessment or whatever it was. So tiredness, fatigue, that's why spend your energy on important things, priority things, or you may have to prioritize so you don't stress or overstress yourself and you don't go tired unnecessarily. So another barrier is pride. Being attentive, a barrier to that is pride, assuming you know everything. You know it all, and you don't need to listen to anybody. You just feel you have arrived, and then you're not paying attention, and then somebody who is way junior to you just comes and just says something, and everybody just ovation for this person, and they ignore you completely because you're not paying attention. You feel you have arrived, you know it all, you're not listening to anybody's idea, you're not listening to anybody's comment or whatever it is, so please don't let don't let pride be a barrier to you paying attention, so that you don't miss opportunities, or you don't miss losing one or losing yourself even in the process. So let's look at benefits as I begin to round up today. Welcome for those just joining us. We're talking about being attentive, and I'm trying to expand this topic so you know where I am coming from. And as an individual, hey, I know to pay attention. I'm not there yet, but I'm trying my best. God sees my heart. So benefits of being attentive. You hear God clearly and walk in his will. You don't dilly-dally, except you don't know how to hear God. That means you have to pay attention to hearing God. You have to step up your time with him or fellowship with him so that you can hear him. He will guide your path. Proverbs 3:5-6, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. That is God's word. God is speaking, but we don't pay attention. We're not listening for his guidance, his instruction. Just like I was sharing about the number plates. You've been wondering what concerns Holy Spirit with number plates, But he told me, and I ignored. And the inevitable happened. And then I was sweating, stressed, struggling to get another replacement. Oh my God, it was hard, but that would teach me. There's some silly things I can't begin to tell you. And those little ones, if you cannot hear me in the little things, how can you hear me in the big things? I better say, God, I'm sorry. Forgive me. Just help me. Hey, this is my daily prayer now. Holy Spirit, help me to hear you directly, expressly, precisely, at all times, because I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to suffer needlessly, guys. So, well, that's me. That's me. So another benefit is you live with wisdom and make better decisions. I've shared here times I'll be with a client and they're just pouring and pouring from here to there and there. Fine, it's a circular counseling as an integrative counselor. Sometimes even in the session, I may get overwhelmed. And underneath my breath, I'm like, Holy Spirit, I am lost with this person right now. Just help me to ask and probe the right questions and all to help them. And I've had some magnificent breakthroughs, especially when I'm stuck like that. I'm telling you my secret now. And I remember this particular client, the Holy Spirit just put words in my mouth. I just said that short prayer. And by the time I opened my mouth to probe this person, they sat back in their chair, holding their chest like, how did you know to ask that? In my mind, I'm like, yes, thank you, Holy Spirit, because otherwise, if for me, I would have been lost with them, But he helps me, and I appear to be this wise person. I don't know nothing. Let me be honest with you. He helps me. And with time, I've cultivated this relationship with the Holy Spirit. I'm always listening. Well, mostly. Let me be honest, because sometimes he will speak and I even ignore. That's why I say I'm not there yet. But he helps, and it makes me look wiser than I am, because I've taken to that help, his guidance, his directions. So you live with wisdom and make better decisions when you're being attentive. Another benefit is your relationship deepens through genuine listening. You're paying attention to this person. Imagine you're trying to build a relationship, getting to know somebody, and you're paying attention to every detail as they're talking. You're getting to know them. They're telling you. Imagine a friend saying, I've told you this before. I remember saying this to you, and say, no, I can't remember. That means, hey, probably this person has said a couple of times, but because you were not paying attention, it just, you heard, but you didn't listen. That's it. And then by the fourth time, they will mention it again. Oh, no, you told me this before. Because you have taken time to listen, and that information has become part of you. You know that. Or it could be anything really. Genuine listening. Everybody wants that. In a relationship, for example, with a colleague, your colleague know that once they're in a situation and they're seeking your advice, you listen to give them the right advice. Trust me, they'll keep coming back to you. They will like your company and things like that. So another benefit is you notice and seize opportunities others miss. You notice and seize opportunities others miss because you pay attention. Just like my story I had to share with us. And even me, I did not know at the time. You know, it's later when you reflect about your years and stuff, and you be like, God, it was just you. Because if I had not listened and did as he has told me, I mean, those people summoning my manager, it would have been justified because, you know, or so I thought, anyways. But thank God for listening and thank God for the obedience, because with listening comes obedience as well. So you don't miss opportunities others miss. And the last one I'm going to say before I round up is you cultivate peace, growth, and personal excellence. Honestly, it paid off. I felt like a local champion. You know what they call local champion then? And in fact, it was such an experience I'm so grateful to God for. And it brought about growth because I had to go, like I said, get to learn, you know, top big computers. I'm like, me, what's my business here? But I had to learn because I needed to go and train my people and then certify them. So it brought about knowledge, it brought about growth for me, which I wasn't even bargaining for at the time. Just because I listened, I obeyed, I was paying attention, even way more than necessary without me realizing it. So I'm going to be rounding up because I want us to talk more about this. And some of us, as you're reflecting, you may have just seen one or two opportunities you may have missed just because you didn't pay attention, or chances or whatever it may be. It's just drawing our attention because as we're living from day to day, we need to pay more attention to things around us, especially where opportunities are concerned for growth, for development, and all of that good things of life, so that as an individual, we can keep enjoying that individual life, you know, and be grateful as well. So being attentive is not just about hearing sounds or seeing images, it's about being present, being focused, and being intentional. It's about turning your heart to God first, as far as I'm concerned, caring for your inner life. Because if you don't pay attention to your inner life, you just wake up one day, you find out you're 70 years old, and it's like life is just gone by like that because you're not paying attention to your inner life. And again, honoring others with genuine listening and noticing the opportunities around you. That is what being attentive is. So I'm going to round off with this portion of the Bible. It says in Proverbs 22:17, it says, incline your ear and hear the words of the wise and apply your heart to my knowledge. Okay? May we become individuals who live with attentiveness towards God, towards ourselves, towards others, and life itself as a whole. And I pray, because these things require prayer, I pray that the Lord will help quiet every form of distractions in our life and help us to pay attention to that inner voice, to that voice of the Holy Spirit for also our believers. And I pray that Lord will teach us to be attentive so that our growth, our health, and our purpose will be fulfilled. And I pray that we will be sensitive to the Holy Spirit. We would be attentive to listening to the Holy Spirit as we attend to other people, as we attend to ourselves, as we attend to God even. And I pray that the Lord will open our eyes to recognize and seize the opportunities that He brings our way. Because sometimes God will bring opportunities our way, but we're not paying attention, we're distracted, and then we'll miss that opportunity. May we not miss such opportunities. In Jesus' name, that is my prayer for all of us, even myself inclusive. So that's the end of my talk, but I'm gonna ask us, do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete and balanced? Do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete and more balanced? Guys, thank you for listening.
A new day, bring understanding and love. Oh, inside. Inside.
Well, I hope quite a handful of us joined from the beginning of my talk, and I hope we've been able to kind of reflect about one or two that you listened to while I was speaking, because some people might be hearing but they're not listening. But I want to hope that somebody have listened in maybe to one or two things and you're kind of thinking about it. So send me that invite now. Let's talk some more about this. Let's enlighten ourselves some more so that we will go home, or well, not go home, go to sleep knowing that our consciousness or attention is drawn to we being attentive as we live each day that comes from today henceforth. So please send that invite. Let's talk some more about this because it's very crucial. Like I said, it's very important. Help ourselves to do better so we don't keep suffering needlessly, because it's very important. When you don't pay attention, like I said, you will miss opportunities, you will miss some good things of life that don't helping us. We'll start making that change today as the Lord will help us, really, because I know it could be such a struggle. Thank you, guys. Please send an invite. I'm going to ask a few of us to come in, and if you can join in the discussion, please feel free to do so. Good evening, everyone. Let me see if I can get my 8 box. Yeah, I hope we are good. Yes, okay. Good evening, everyone. I see Kenneth, you're in the first box today. Good evening, good evening. I don't know if you've been there for long, but it's good to see us. I can't believe it's Monday already. Wow, time is gone so quickly. And thank you, everyone, for supporting my goals today. Thank you. Kenneth, good evening. I hope you're not working today. Most of us are not meant to be working today. Good evening, Kenneth. Can you speak where you are?
Good evening, woman of God. God bless you.
Amen. And you too. Good evening.
What such a wonderful topic once again. Paying attentive. It's very, very, very important to pay attentive in everything that you are doing. Even in the days when we study, it's very, very important. Because when you don't pay attention to your lecturer or your teacher, you won't get the full mark that you are supposed to get, because you will be guessing. But normally when you pay attention to everything that you are doing, even in your place of work, even in the church, you will get the message, you will get the help of the Holy Spirit to let you know the point the person is driving. So that is why it's very, very important in everything that we are doing. Pay attention. I always tell people in my place of work, if you think because you are working there because of the money, you will lose it, because a place of work is a place that you can learn and you can get opportunity to go.
Grow. Yeah.
It's like your story is like it's like similar to my own story. I was not qualified to be an assistant nurse in any way at all.
Wow.
But due to the what I put in, the suggestion and everything I put in, when they are looking for people to train, the manager say, "Oh, Kenneth is there. He can do it. He has been doing it for long." So the director of the company have to call me and say, "I've heard about you for a good 3 years now, and this is what I want to do. I want to train you to be an assistant." Okay, why not? Then that is how I've been an assistant nurse today, which I'm grateful. That's why when I see the doctor, I say, "Oh, this is like similar story to my own story," because it's very, very good and it's very necessary that you pay attention and you know what you are doing. You know what you are doing at the right time. Always listen and always learn for people. Don't think that you know it all.
No.
By so doing, you will get to that place where God wants you to be. And you always say that always listening to the Holy Spirit is one of the most important things. Because at times we say, I'm here because of the money, I'm here because of no.
And then
The
you don't
Holy
pay
Spirit
attention. Yeah.
direct you there so that you can have an encounter, so that you have some connection that you might not have the lifetime opportunity to have. But due to your patience and due to the listening ear, due to the suggestion that you are putting in, then when there is time for someone, they'll call you to know what's the suggestion and if you can do it. So I thank you very much for this wonderful and excellent topic, and we pray that God Almighty continue to strengthen us and then give us that grace to have that listening ear in the time of need. God bless you all.
Amen. Thank you. Wow, see, I've ignited some certain stories some of us have. So it's good. I mean, it's good to always share your personal views when you're talking about this life issue so that people will know that they're not in it alone. I mean, I can tell you so many others, but I mean, that one really stood out for me. Even till now, when I tell it to people, I'm like, it's only God. Let me not just I boast in the Lord if there's anything so called. So thank you, Kenneth, for sharing. It's paid off for you as well, putting in that extra effort because you were paying attention and you didn't even know you're sowing into your future unknowingly. And at the end of the day, it pays off. It does. It do. Well, it does, whichever English now, God helping me. So don't look at it like, oh, these people are asking for too much, or why do I? You might just be building your future without you knowing. So thank you, Kenneth. Tissa of Autism, good evening. I hope you're good.
Good evening, everyone.
Welcome. Good evening. Let's hear your views about this being attentive. Do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete or balance or more balance? I don't know what you think, or you have an experience you want to share with us as well. Please feel free.
Like me, I have experience being attentive to what's going on around me.
Okay.
Like for example, if I go shopping, like I like doing my shopping early in the morning when it's not too busy. So when I'm on the queue, I would like to see what's going on around me. So it happens like they're like this mom There was this mom, he had like a child who was autistic. I think there were like two or three people between me and the mom. So I could see she was trying to pay for her stuff and the child was having like a meltdown for whatever reason, I don't know why. So I could see everybody around her stopped and watching her as if they are watching Netflix, which I wasn't really too happy. Then it's like, okay, I just pushed my trolley aside. Then I just did the Superman style. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. So I just went to where she was. And I just put my hand on her shoulder. I said, I just whispered, I know that your child is autistic. I'm an autistic mom myself. Do you need help or do you need help me walking you to your car? Then she looked at me. Are you sure? And I said, I'm not taking her for an answer. Just take yourself. Focus on your son and I will push your trolley behind you. And she's like, you could see that she's trying to stop herself from crying. Then I just followed her to the car park. Oh, I'm very so grateful. I said, don't worry. I know it can be challenging. Have a nice day. And I just left her. And there's another situation because I work in a school. I support children with autism. So I have this boy that I was meant to look after. I do one to one. So for some reason, I was they just kept me and that boy in a room all by ourselves. So it's like why are they excluding this boy from the other children, which I found it hard. So I've noticed this boy. Maybe that time he used to do half day. So he used to watch the other kids playing outside in the playground. So my guess that he was trying to say, oh, I want to be with the rest of the kids. So it's like he could be there half an hour just watching. Then sometimes he'll look at the other door when other kids are going for their assembly. So I've noticed that for about the first week I was with him. So I went to meet the teacher. I said, look, can I just ask for a simple request? You can feel free to say no, but I'm going to say what I want to say. So is it possible the child can stay in the class with the rest of the
Students.
yes. You can just put us in a corner. I don't mind. I just want him to be with you. Oh, he said, okay, that's fine. So slowly, the child got used to being with other kids, and the other kids too used to enjoy playing with him. So before I started, this boy is one. He used to bite the adults. He used to kick, and I remember they used to tell me that I had to use two adults to look after him. But within a week, I was with him. It was like a U-turn. He was giving teachers hugs, playing with kids. It's like, what did you do? I said, nothing. I'm just trying to support him.
Because you're paying attention to this child, and you're
Yeah.
trying to meet. I feel you, sis, because that's what I do during daytime as well. I feel you. So yeah, it's quite rewarding. The fulfilling nature of that comes with it. Honestly, for you, I mean, you can testify, I'm sure.
Yeah. Even the mom was saying, Miss, are you coming back in September? Because I used to work through an agency. I said,
Oh,
it's not up to me. I can't say yes.
exactly. I
They will not
know.
take me back. Then, like, so, yeah, I'm just happy that I was able to make a positive impact for the little boy in question.
Okay, thank you, Tista. Thank you. I mean, it's a great feeling to know that somebody's paying attention, to you. I mean, a healthy way, don't get me wrong. Imagine that child if they could fully express their gratitude. And I bet, Tista, you got loads and loads of gifts when the session was ending as well. And that, I remembered me to carry bags. Even the child I didn't work with directly, the parents would, just give a token to say thank you, because they know in a way, if you are not done what you've done, maybe the class might be kind of chaotic and their own children to kind of, I don't know, it kind of bounce back. So I do understand what you've shared, and it really, really feels satisfying in a way as a teacher, honestly. So I don't know what your field is, what your experience is, but do you pay attention, like really pay attention to what you're doing, because it always pays off. Thank you so much, Artista. You want to say something else?
No.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you for your submission. Leslie, I'm going to come to you. Good evening. Welcome back. I don't want to say run away soldier because you didn't run away. You had to just go and let your hair down like some of us did. Good evening, Leslie. You're welcome back. I hope. Yeah, I was on holidays. You're
Good
back
evening.
now.
Oh,
Now, are
sorry,
you still on holiday?
I'm still on holiday, but I'm back from the holiday. So we're back. Yeah, thank God. Yeah,
Thank God. Welcome back.
just
We missed you last week, though.
that week. Let me not talk because
Oh,
even
it's
though
okay. Don't worry. We
even
do
though we're on holiday,
understand, of course.
we still learn some things. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a good. Yeah, being attentive. It
Yeah.
just reminds me of when I was in between jobs. This is early 2000s. So I left working in investment banking. I was in between jobs. And one of the recruiters said I should go and do a voluntary this thing to that I should go and do a voluntary training thing. Not per se for what, but for more social engagement kind of thing. And I just thought, let me just go and do it. And that voluntary training thing was part of my training was what they call active listening. And I remember active listening. That one was like
I
three
mean,
days.
for a counselor as well, that's number one key thing. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that active listening, let me tell you, even in my mind, it has that thing has done wonders. Active listening, I never forget that thing, and it was in part to work with elderly people,
Yeah.
but that was more in terms of my own part was more social engagement, so just to be like a friend, that was my part of the training, and that active listening. I remember they were doing it like 3 days, how you would, how to respond to somebody, let them know you are paying attention, show them that you are hearing everything, and how you would now give them feedback on what they have said,
Yeah.
and then you would now again give them room to talk, something that I think social media, we should have social media ethics because that thing was such a great blessing. So that being attentive is such a good thing, and it's funny. I think even the scripture says that we should do more listening. I
Yeah.
think it's in James. I think it's
Yeah.
somewhere in James. The wrath of man is not the righteousness of God. There's something about listening
James
attentively.
1:19, I used it. I say, so then,
Yeah.
brethren, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow
Yes,
to
that's the
wrath.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So listening is something that is a great skill because um, I remember even after that I now worked with Vodafone, and I just remember that training. It just helped me to always listen more. I would listen more to both the customer, the people that were providing the service, just listening to everything, and then start finding out, okay, this is something that we could do here, we could do there, but it's because of the people that you just let them talk. You just let
Did
them
you see
talk.
what Sister wrote? She said, God gave us two
Yes,
ears for a reason.
yeah. What is it? Not listening. Yeah, that was most listening and less talking. But it's very true. That thing about listening, because even you will hear even more than what the person is saying. When you let people, like somebody, they
Beyond.
let people talk, let people feel free. They will even say the thing they didn't plan to say. And I've seen
Yeah.
that happen a lot. I've seen that happen a lot. And
If
that
if
even
they
mean I like
notice how well you've paid attention, yeah,
yes.
sometimes they feel comfortable enough to share more than enough.
Yes, yes.
But if your
You
body
know,
language is showing like you don't care, they will shut down. They won't even say anything.
it's very, 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 very important. And I
Yeah.
think, especially for us men, we need to learn how to listen.
Please say that again. Say that again.
I won't lie.
Say that again, please.
I wish I learned that course. That course, I'm really grateful for that recruiter every day that I went for that thing, because if not for
Yeah.
that course, I don't even know whether I will still be married. Because before that course, oh my God, I just thought you just need to know book, get paid, just hustle, grind, just bank money. But I'm very grateful for that course. That course, oh my days, it really helped me to now understand that, hey, and that's what I'm very grateful for that scripture, that in all that get understanding.
Understanding, yeah.
And part of understanding is listening with attentiveness
How can you even
to
understand when you
understand
don't listen?
my sister. So it's very, very important. This thing called listening. I can't emphasize it enough. And even part of it's fun that when we were preparing for this travel, because it was actually because of our first child, we were really, really concerned. He hasn't been on a plane before. We had to do a lot of prep to get him ready to know how he's going to fly and everything. And the doctor, she just let us ramble. It's like, I want to know everything. And after like 10 minutes, my wife had shared everything. I had shared everything. He said, this one does not need medication. And I was like, why? She doesn't need medication. She said, because one, you travel a lot. My wife does a lot of traveling. I don't know if you remember, I had an injury bringing her back from the airport. So she said that he already knows the planes. He sees them. So he already has an idea. She said, don't worry, he doesn't need any medication. He will be fine. And to our shock, we actually thank God. This boy was in the plane, not a single. In fact, he loved it so much that on our way back, he stayed on the window seat to be looking at the plane, take off, land, everything. And even now, he'll be telling us he wants to go back to the sky.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it's a very, very powerful thing that ability to listen, to pay attention to what people are saying is very, very important. It's a good thing. And I think that's why this our community works, because people are given opportunity. Like I said, you have trained us well. Because some TikTok community, some of these TikTok streets, they are
Train?
verbally abusive.
I used to be
They
a
are
training
verbally violent.
coordinator. Wow.
And
Okay. I'll
so
take
we
it as
thank
a
God.
compliment.
Yeah, I'll leave it there. So yeah, I hope that helps.
Yeah.
I hope it helps, and I pray that more of us, especially as men, women too have that issue with listening, but especially for us men, it's good we learn to listen, because it will make the people around with feel very safe. It will make them feel secure. It will make
Yeah.
them feel, okay, I don't need to do too much. This person will just let me be myself. It's a very good skill to have. And I'll tell you, those wonders. Thank you very much. I hope
Thank
this
you,
helps.
Leslie. Thank you.
Other Debbie, good evening.
You say?
Her day was good, but I'm just letting Other Debbie. I'm asking a question that her day was very good. Thank you.
Holiday.
Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah, so that's it. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
But Ben, guys, good to have you back. Oh, thank you. I see you.
No.
I'll be in the comments. Thank you.
Yeah. No, that's fine. It's fine. Thank you for sharing, Leslie. You see, different angles, different world view. At least somebody somewhere out
Thank you,
there is
Leslie. I'm
listening.
so grateful for that.
Hey, Uncle Elder, Mr. Dekbenga, it's good to see you. Anyways, I'm coming to you later. So, Sheil, you're the next in my box. I don't know, the thing kind of shuffled all about today, but it's fine. Everybody will get to share their views, trust me. And thank you all for your patience, as usual, because I know sometimes this talk can take longer. And when we come into the discussion bit, you don't know what people want to share. So, thank you so much for having patience for one another. So, Sheon, good evening. Good to see you. I hope you're not going to
Good evening.
dash in and dash off today.
No, the last time I had to pick my wife from the station.
I know you said something came up. You had to.
So I had to just drop
So, how
off
is
because
our wife? You?
she's good, she's good. We're all good.
All right. And you yourself?
Good. I'm all right. I'm alive. We
Okay.
thank God.
Thank God. Yes. I hope you're enjoying the bank holiday, or you two, you've gone to work today.
Yes, yes. No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. I enjoyed the bank holiday.
Thank God. Thank God. So, let's hear
The
your
whole family.
views about our talk for today.
I honestly I don't really know what to add because I think everybody said most of the things
Only
that.
3 people that have spoken. Okay,
Yeah,
so let
but
me ask you,
well,
do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete or more balanced?
yes, I think that's a very simple I think that's a very simple question. Yes. I don't see a situation where paying attention can have negative consequences because paying attention gives you more information, it gives you more understanding, it gives you an alternative perspective on an issue. I think what I would like to add is paying attention can be mentally tasking.
Oh,
And what
tell
do I
me.
mean by that? If you ask, and I'm using myself as an example, if I'm dealing with a
Thank you. Thank you.
difficult topic,
Yeah.
I am more attentive in the morning than if you're bringing up a difficult topic at night, if that makes sense, because I believe that your attention has there is a finite amount of attention you can give for any 24-hour period. And as the day goes on, your attention drops. So I think for me, what I try to do is I try to focus my attention, i.e., active listening to what I consider very, very important, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, for example, I can't be wasting active listening or active attention to my 13-year-old that I don't want to say 50% of what he's saying might not be major, as opposed to if my wife says there is an issue for us to discuss, or my mom calls and there is an issue she's dealing with, if that makes sense. So I think for me, it's a case of how do I manage my being attentive, my active listening throughout my day, because it is not endless. You know, if I've worked all day and I've shut down at 6 o'clock, and you bring up a critical issue at 7 o'clock,
You're on
and
your
I've been
own.
managing and I've been managing 10 projects for the last 10 hours.
Wow.
I can be listening. I might want to pay
No, you're
attention, but
hearing, but you're not listening. That's the
my
thing.
brain is exhausted. Exactly. And it's not intentional.
Yeah.
It's just my cup is
Full,
almost
overflowing.
empty. It's even almost empty. Let's say
Well,
my attention is full in the morning. As I go on throughout the day,
okay,
it's
so you're
dropping.
emptying it. Okay.
So I'm almost empty. So if and this happens when I'm talking to my mom. My mom is over 70, and she has this thing of when she wants to talk, she wants to tell me everything that happened throughout her day. When she woke up, how she brushed her teeth, how she did, and I'm trying to cut to the chase. Did anything critically happen to you today?
That's not being sensitive.
I
You may be
know, I
attentive,
know,
but
but I'm no, no, no. What I'm just trying to say
no,
is,
no,
if
no.
we're
I'm
having
just
this
teasing.
discussion
It's
at,
okay.
yeah, okay, if we're having this discussion at night and I'm mentally drained, I want to quickly know the most important thing I need to focus on. But if she's calling me or we're talking in the afternoon, there is time to gist. I can do that. So I think for me, it's paying attention is important. Being attentive is important. I think mine is a case of how do I manage my attention quantity for the day on the most critical issues, because I think throughout the day you're going to talk to a lot of people throughout the day. Depending on your job is even worse. If you're in
Honestly,
customer support, my god, you might be talking for the whole 8-hour shift.
in fact,
You paying attention to everybody can be draining,
yeah.
considering some people will quickly get to the point, some might not. And your job is not to miss the critical information,
Girls, yeah.
So I think that is my own perspective and what I just want to add to what everybody said. But I haven't seen it have a negative effect. I think in relationships, it's critical, but I think more importantly, the other person sometimes needs to let the other person know that, okay, I want to talk to you about something and I need your undivided attention.
Okay.
I think starting a conversation like that lets the other person know, okay, this is important. I need a bit of your focus here, as opposed to you having an important discussion with me and I'm watching football, Champions League final. I'm sorry, I'm listening to you, but I am
You're
not
hearing,
listening.
you're not
I'm
listening.
here, I'm hearing you, but
Yeah, you're hearing,
I'm
but
not
you're not
really
listening.
listening. And it's not intentional, but this match is
Well, it's
live
the
and
wrong time. Yeah,
it's the wrong time, So I think that is
I
my
know.
5 cents. That's just what I wanted to add.
Okay.
But I have not seen a situation where being attentive has had any negative
Ah,
implications.
let me tell you one quickly before I go to the
Okay.
next person. But thank you. Okay, if you were a doctor and you decide not to hear or listen to your patient and you misdiagnose them and you give them the wrong medication, you can finish the thought, Cheung.
Yes, but that's the doctor's problem because they didn't pay attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That maybe you're saying in your life, there's no way you can see a negative. Are you referring to
No,
yourself
no, no.
personally or generally?
What I'm saying is if you pay attention, there are no negative connotations because you paid attention. The negativity and the problems comes when you don't pay attention. Am I
Yeah.
making sense?
Well, maybe too much attention might bring problem.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
it's never happened to me. I think most of my issues, and I can only speak for myself, is
Too much
99
of anything. Yeah,
my
really.
my 99% of my problems come when I don't pay attention. I can hear you, but I'm not listening. So that's
Maybe I can just put it this way: if you over pay attention, you will overdo, and then you may just cross that thin line to becoming obsession, and then that's a problem. Does that
uh
work?
yes, it can work,
Because
but
some people may feel you're paying too much attention, you're suffocating them. That's not a good thing. That's not an impression you want to leave with anyone you're paying attention to.
yes, well, you can put it that way, but I
Okay.
think that's just being more too needy. But hey,
But yeah, more needy, too much
yeah,
attention. Exactly. So it can happen really. But
it can
it's
if you
just
put
because
it
maybe
that way.
your mind, your thinking is too it's too positive, so you can't see that negativity there. Maybe not for you as a person, but this is general talk now. You pay too much attention to something, it may just go overboard, and instead of doing good, it will do harm.
Yes.
Simple
So
as
if
it
you put
is.
it that way, then for me, we're now, I think, and I could be wrong, I think that one now is now becoming maybe an obsession, or
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
that
saying. That
that
there's
is
there's
more
a
like an
thin line.
obsession. Yeah, that's
Let me
becoming
see
more of
something.
an addiction, and
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's one way to put it. But
Okay.
I think that's just my 5 cents on the whole
Yeah.
topic.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Yeah. Thank you. Well, do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete or more balanced? That is the question today, after the talk. I'm going to come to Joy Giver. Like I said, I'm just going through so that I don't miss any particular person. Joy Giver, good evening. I hope you are good. Thanks for joining us again tonight. Happy Monday to you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
Are you
evening. Are you
there?
there? Yeah, can you hear me?
We
We
can, but
can, but
I'm hearing
I'm hearing
myself through
myself.
your panel. I don't know. There's
So
something.
there's some. Pardon?
Are you
Are
using
you
two
using two
gadgets or you're
gadgets
using
or you're
your
using your
earpiece?
earpiece? I'm just using the gadget anyway. Am I still echoing?
Yes, it
Yes,
happened
it
the
happened
last
the
time you
last
were
time you
here
were
as
here
well. I
as
don't know.
well. I
There's
don't know, there's
something.
something.
Can you
Can
reduce
you
the
reduce the
volume of
volume of
your
your
gadget?
gadget?
I'm hearing
I'm hearing
myself.
myself. How about now?
Let me
Let me
see.
see.
It's still there,
It's
but
still
I'll
there,
be
but I'll be
quiet whilst you
quiet whilst
speak.
you.
Yeah, let me be quiet whilst you speak. Yeah.
I don't even have much to say. I just got out from work and
Oh.
I just came online and I saw that you're online. So, though I've not actually, let me say, I've not actually paid attention to what everyone have been saying. So let me use it that
Oh my
way.
God!
Because,
Perfect
perfect
example.
example. So, but I knew the topic was on attention, so but I've not been paying attention. So, but one thing I know, and I just want to say is, paying attention simply means, taking interest in what the other person is saying or what the other person is doing. So I think attention has to do with interest. You can be talking to me, and if my interest is not there, you're just speaking to the ear. I'm off. You're just talking to yourself. But if I have interest in whatever you are saying, then I think my attention span can be then open, can be directed towards you then. And I think being attentive also, is another. I would say is based on priority too.
Okay.
That because and sometimes we need to even look at there's some factors we need to look at on paying attention again. Now you look at just this evening I just came back now, though I'm alone now. And sometimes I came also tired, even weak to do anything. And you think it's the right time for you to be talking to me or be asking me some kind of I'll just be nodding my head. Whatever you're saying, I will just be saying yes. Yes. Later you ask me what. I say, what do you say? I have to what are you even saying, Seth? Automatically, you need to know my mood swing. You need to know if truly I'm ready to listen to you or to just even give you that space at that moment. So I think another key factor is we need to be sensitive to each other. We should know the time we communicate. We should know the time that we say something so that we can get the desired results. So I don't know. I think that's what I have to say for now. Thank
Okay.
you. Okay.
So, Joy Giver, I couldn't speak whilst we were talking. So basically, your own is timing, as I think she slightly mentioned as well. So timing for you to be attentive. But sometimes that timing, should we have timing to the time we are being attentive really? Because we might just miss certain opportunities. I know you gave a scenario, but I'm looking generally now, and maybe something require your urgent attention. You needed to sign that thing quickly and send it off. But because you're not paying attention, you left it till the next day and there's your contract gone or that business opportunity gone. So I just want us to have a broader mindset when we're talking about this topic, especially for us as individuals, even people in relationships. Yeah, you need to pay attention. Thank you, Illuminated Mind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that support. Thank you so much for your gifting. Thank you. So this thing sometimes, if we put time frame to it, it might not really be beneficial. I don't know, but I get you and I understand. Of course, we get tired. We're not robots. Even robots, sometimes you have to shut them down to reboot. Likewise, we human. But if you look deeply into it, sometimes being attentive, sometimes when we put the time frame into it, some things might just be missed. That's what I'm thinking anyways. But thank you, Joy Giver. Thank you. And I love the fact that you were being honest. You said you were just hearing, you were not listening to others' contribution, which honestly, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Elder Debbie, hey, what have we seen today? TikTok decided to bring you back up. Good evening. Let me not jinx it now. Hey, let me mind myself. Good evening, Debbie. Thanks for joining in tonight. I still can't get over our discussion the other day for Thursday. But all the same, I hope you can speak. You have to unmute. Robot breakdown. Yeah, they do break down. Humans too, they break down. Debbie Gazim, gong, gong, gong. How are you? Good evening. Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hope you are feeling fine.
We are feeling fine. Hello, everybody. Hope you're feeling. Hope you're feeling fine. You see what you have made me do?
It shows you did cultural in school.
I did, though. I won't lie. let me do the our day. A day. You remember now? You will dance. Thank you. Oh, go, baby. Oh, don't let's start now. No.
All those songs they used to sing a lot of us. Go, baby, yeah, indeed. Okay.
So don't try me. Oh. Don't be deceived. I did Koshora dance. We did Koshora.
Oh, wow. That's fantabulous.
In fact, good to see you. Were you the drummer? Ategbenga, were you the drum?
I'm there.
Oh
my God. Please.
It sounded like he's the lead choir now.
Oh my goodness. Wow, please. Don't bring back those memories, please.
Where have you been, Mr. Degbenga?
That will be at another topic for another day. That question you asked.
Better.
I know where Mr. Leslie. I know Mr. Leslie went on holiday. I don't know where, so it would be. Let me not say I know where he's been, but I know he's been on holiday, and he's back now. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, we are talking about attention. Attention.
Being attentive.
Being attentive.
Being attentive, yes.
Okay.
Not being attentive, that's the thing.
I was trying my best.
Oh my goodness. She was hearing, she was not listening.
We didn't even thank God that TikTok kept me here. I'm even surprised.
I thank God. That was what I said. I thank God. And I thank TikTok as well. So that's why I said
I cannot thank them.
Why?
They don't deserve my thank you.
Please now let them not drop us. So please let's mind ourselves right now.
Okay.
Please.
Okay, being attentive. What was the question?
The question is, do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete or more balanced?
Okay, when it comes to being attentive and paying attention, are we talking about general life or personal life?
You see why you always should come for my talk. Is to avoid me giving my talk all over again. I looked at, okay, let me quickly
generally.
No, where we went to today is being attentive to God, yourself, and other people. So from that perspective.
Okay, let me start the way you lay it down. number one person to be attentive to is God. If you are a child of God and you are not attentive to His presence, to His word,
Woman of
and
purpose, welcome.
to His dealings, well, welcome, woman of purpose. You are on your own. On that one, you are on your own. On that God one. But being attentive to yourself is kind of to me is kind of intertwined to being attentive to others. According to my Bible, it says love your neighbor as yourself, which means you can't be attentive to others if you are not attentive to yourself. Now, a lot of us, I quote, we are so attentive to others to the extent that we are attentive in our workplace, in our church, amongst friends, where they will see us, where there is consequences, where people will praise us, where our ego will be rubbed and everything. But you see our personal life, where the reward will not come immediately, where nobody will see the sacrifices, where they might not even praise you, they might not tell you well done. A lot of us are failing there. And which is why a lot of people are having issue in their life. A lot of people don't become.
True.
It's why a lot of people have issue in their health, in their home, because at work, if you are not attentive to your job, one way or the other, no matter how long it takes, they will still sack you. If you are not attentive to your job, at church, last they will leave you at what's it called, normal church goer. They will not promote you. Nobody will tell you thank you. At least nobody will say, sister, well done for today. You see what you did today. That thing you did today in that church, did you do it in your life, in your own personal life? Did you do it? Because in your life, nobody. A lot of us, our health is not important. We are not attentive to.
Yeah.
There is different kind of headache. A lot of us don't even know. You just have slight headache. You don't even bother about it. Maybe you need to rest. No, but you have something else to do for somebody, because that person will tell you thank you, and that thank you is enough for you. You will leave yourself alone, live your life, live your family, depend on your, because when it comes to this thing, it actually depends on even your personality.
Yeah.
So I would say when it comes to being attentive, let's start from ourselves. I get that. When it comes to my work, oh my God, I can use 100 hours to finish a job, because whatever you are doing consistently, you become better on it. And until that thing is perfect, I won't let you take it out. That's me when it comes to my work. Now, when it comes to my personal life, I have learned that before my work, there was a time where I don't bother about what I eat. I don't bother about how I dress. I don't even bother. I don't pay a lot of attention to it. Like, I beg, I'll be fine girl. It doesn't matter. I can come out anyhow.
Natural, Omo.
You imagine. Forgetting that there are some doors that will never be open to you if you are not in a particular presentation. There are some places you will get to that you will always be disrespected because of how you present yourself. Even those places where you give your time, you give your attention to, the reason they disrespect you, the reason they will give you all the petty things to do and leave others out of it, is because of how you present yourself. So if we are saying we are being attentive, are we actually being attentive to ourselves?
Big question.
Yes, you are attentive at work, of course. There's consequence. There is consequence. There are some people that their husband will be sick beside them because the man is a quiet person. You don't even know that he's dying.
Yeah.
You don't even know that he's dying. You don't even know that your partner is going through problem. But when it comes to outside, that once they call you like this, Shakam, Otilo, because that place they will rub your ego. Everybody will greet you. Oh, well done, Mr. This, Mrs. That. But your house is burning.
Yeah.
Your own life is going down. So when it comes to being attentive, I would say, let's start from inside.
Inside
If
out.
you are the type that, oh, you are very attentive at work, in church, in the community, everybody like you, it's fine, it's a good thing. But check inside. Check inside. Is it the same thing? Is it really the same? Is it really the same?
Yeah, charity begins at home.
Is it really the same? Or you are just doing it because at work there is consequence for it and you will get paid. At the end of the day, you will get paid, you will get promoted and all that. Or sometimes you even get, what do they call it? You even get gifts.
Bonus.
Yeah, you get bonus and that. So because of that, you have to, they have to see you. That's good. But your own personal life, uncle. Your own personal life, uncle. Are you checking your health? What you eat? When you are supposed to sleep? What you are supposed to be doing for yourself? Some of us, when it comes to even walking, 30 minutes walk is too much for us. Would rather sit on the phone. Would rather sit on the phone. Would rather eat
Healthy food.
everything. Very unhealthy. And we will send money to them in Africa. Sorry, I have to go there.
Okay. Permission granted.
That's why that's why I apologize. So
Okay,
no
it's
vex.
okay.
But immediately you collect your salary like this, chaka, you have sent money to Africa
No.
because they will see you. There are some of us that we are living in one room here, but our mansion in Africa, the rats and cats that are living in there. Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Uh, let's check it from inside though. Let's check it from inside because when it comes to paying attention, he has his game.
Kelly, I see you.
And when you are not doing it, oh wow. Especially to your past. That's why I said I will focus on the personal part of it.
Yeah.
Because before it gets to others, he said out of your abundance, that's what you should be able
Not
to give
speak.
others.
Yeah.
Not from your lack. Not from your lack. Your finance, is it balanced where you are, the country you are? Is it balanced? Or you are doing it under the table and sending it back home? And when you need traceable fund, you can't bring it out. Check it very well. Check it very well. I've seen a lot of our colored children complain never to go to Africa, but their parents' mansion, when they buy, is their uncle and auntie that will gain it when their parents are even suffering here.
There will
So
be
I
nothing.
would say let's check the personal side of it before it gets to others. Before you say you are giving others your attention, your personal self, your partner, your children, your life, your health, we've spoken about the God part. If you are not attentive to God, it's your life. So when they are talking to you, don't go there and you decide to go to the left, they will leave you.
Michelle.
They will leave you, and God is so merciful. He will let you end that journey you chose to go, and He will still, if He love you so much, He will now return you back to where He wants you to go. Years I've wasted
Yep.
because you are following the crowd.
Hey. Nobody.
So let's focus on our life. Be attentive to your life, your health. In fact, I'm tired of even seeing, oh, this person went to work, she's very hardworking, is very hardworking, and all of a sudden is slum and buy.
There seems to be a lot of that going on
These
these days.
days,
Oh my goodness.
these days, oh, she work long hour, you work long hour, even if they have overtime, they will call them, da, 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 and all of a sudden is slum and buy. Because because we don't even look into what is important. People back home will be all right.
There will always be, if only we
Will be
understand
all
that
right. If only you understand.
and pay a little attention to ourselves. Yeah.
Even the community, if you buy today, wallahi, they will change you tomorrow. In fact, it's too much. Tomorrow is too long. The hour they hear the news that Otilo, they bring somebody else to replace you.
Of course. Human beings.
But there is somewhere that you might not be able, you cannot be replaced. Your children's life, yourself, the assignment God gave you, He will bring somebody else to come and do it. It might take long.
Yeah.
But your children, before I go deeper, let me stop here. The Lord is our help and shepherd. In the name of Jesus.
Amen. Thank you, David. Elder Adibenga, what did you want to say?
Help me one, Elder Benga.
It shows that he's really being attentive to you when you were speaking.
Help me warn him. Help me warn him.
Why now?
Eh?
It's good that somebody is being attentive to you. At
Hey,
least more than some of us.
you know why I like you, my lady? You are a Christian. You just find a Christian way to balance it, but it's okay.
You know, I love peace, so I don't want to lose anybody, and I don't want TikTok to bring anybody down. So we are all for peace here. Thank you so much.
You understand?
Oh, Aderonke of Ken, thank you so much. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you. Level up sparks, they call that. Thank you for that. So thank you, Debbie, for your submission. True, I think sometimes when we focus on paying attention to ourselves, we might do better by other people, and mostly, paying attention to God as well. May God help us to pay attention to our health. It's very crucial. It's one of the things I mentioned when I was talking, and I gave my own example, because sometimes you don't pay attention. I mean, even your spouse, if you're in a relationship, you're not telling them you have headache. How would they know that there is headache? You're not paying attention. And some people, I know they can be so selfless to a fault. They are suffering or they're going through stuff, and yet they're still paying attention to other people. Is maybe by nature. That's why sometimes you have to relearn certain things. And our focus should really be, what I'm doing, is it healthy for me and for the other person? Because there's no point ignoring yourself when you're not feeling well and you say you're looking after. That's why even you have sick pay. They pay you when you're being sick and all of that. But now in your world, oh my God, there's a match on. So you guys pardon the noise that will be coming in. I know that's the only time I have boys in my house, when there's a match on. They don't care. Honestly, they don't care. But don't worry, I'm used to it. So apologies to all of us if there's sudden shouts, you hear sudden shouts. We shouldn't take pills without paying attention to the side effects too. Yeah, and I mean that one, in a way, because you might even go to your doctors and they check on you, you do tests, and they come up with whatever, and they prescribe some medication. Of course, even with their years and years of experience, they wouldn't know how you're going to react to that medication. Some people, maybe out of, and they always want certain medication, maybe one in a million will have certain symptoms, and then you are that one in a million. So it will be strange to even your doctors to say, nobody has ever come up with these symptoms, but here you are coming up with it. Did they pay attention before they prescribed and all? Of course they did, but they wouldn't know how you're going to react to it. How much more? Thank you for the heart me when you now go self-medicating, saying that I'm paying attention to my health. That's why I'm self-medicating. You're even crossing that boundary. Sheon, there you go. There's another one for you. So we need to be mindful, really, and make sure it's a healthy one. We have to balance life no matter what. Otherwise, If it's tilted towards one side, there'll be consequences. If it's tilted too much to the other side, of course, there'll be consequences. So we need to be on the lookout. And that's why I still feel you need God to help you balance things. Thank you, Debbie. Elder Adegbing, I'm going to come to you. Thank you for joining us today. And I'm glad you're able to stay till this time. We want to hear from you. Do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete and more balanced? What is your view? And if you have any examples you want to share, please feel free to share with us. Good to have you. Please, everybody shifts. Elder wants to talk.
Well, first of all, let me say a very big thank you and a good evening to you and
Thank you.
everyone on the platform. I want to sincerely appreciate the family bond and the family love I received while I was away, courtesy our able coordinator.
All of this title you people are giving me. Don't let my head swell, oh.
Well,
Somebody afford me a trainer. You two, you're saying coordinator. Because I was saying I used to be a training coordinator, just kidding. But thank
okay.
you.
Trainer coordinator.
Please don't make it worse. Well, I get you. I'm being attentive. I get you.
You see, I don't know if it's one question or two questions, but to the questions, yes.
Okay. So paying attention
Now,
can make a person's life complete and more balanced.
yes.
Okay.
Now, I cannot really rephrase my examples very well, but I will say many years when I was much more younger.
Okay. We know you're elder now, so we get it.
Yeah.
A13, thank you. Oh,
When I was much younger,
easy way, I see you.
I was
Alpha.
really not doing too well academically.
Alpha, I see you.
And that is in my academic life.
Okay.
I do not have this focus on education, you know. Hey, my parent, oh, my father is a bookworm. He would like, where did I see this from? He complains, he say all manner of things, just with the aim of that would encourage me to become a better person.
Yeah.
And since I started paying attention to every detail, I repeat every detail. I might want to say something, and someone might still assume
Yeah.
what I'm saying in the wrong way. That means they are not paying attention to every detail. Paying attention to detail really matter and helps to go a very long way.
Susan.
I would cite a sample when I went to construction school. What I've been doing for many years without going to that school, I now came out even better than the people I've been engaging.
Oh, wow.
Even my colleagues in the school, because I did not even lobby for position, they made me the governor of our set.
Wow.
And
Your Excellency, sir.
Excellency, amen. That comes with a lot of responsibility.
IJ's world, I see you.
Because I have to be the one mediating with all the facilitators and management of the school and every other thing. And I have to I still have to cover for my colleagues one way or the other, you know. Then I don't usually show much of seriousnesses in class. So my colleagues at times they thought I was not interested in the work. So they do whatever that pleases them. They fail to realize the fact that I get to class as early as 4:10 a.m. Between 4:10 and 4:30 a.m. in the morning.
Really?
Every day. You know, when I went for the admission, the woman didn't want to admit me. She told me to my face that I look like someone that would not bend, and they need people that they can lead. You know, I did not say anything much other than, "Have you tried me?" You know, that sounded rude even to that woman. Oh, but on the last week of our graduation, the woman brought the first project for me at Landmark Lekki, and we went to get the materials for the site. And the woman was in the same vehicle with me, and the woman said she never thought I could even pull out through. You know, and I actually graduated the overall best student in class.
Wow.
Hmm.
Elder, we know. Elder.
that
Knowledge
that the
come.
zeal and the passion that when I started the first week and they saw me because we do clock in. It is not as if you sign in. You clock in. It's your fingerprint.
Oh.
So by the time they check the log every week, because they are very much concerned about promptness.
Oh,
How
attendance.
prompt is this person? Yeah, with attendance. So when they now see, they now said, I mean, they were setting, they are doing one way. They now had to go and put CCTV in front of the place we do clocking.
All for
So
you. They were being attentive to you. Oh.
just for them to no. It's a school that give opportunity to everybody, and they do not want any means of fraud. They want clarity. It was inside that
Thank you.
vehicle that day. The woman was telling me that when she was seeing it 10 after 4, didn't this person sleep in his house? You know that for the first week she was married, that since then she took a personal interest in me. That when they changed the module and make things even more difficult, that I was still the one encouraging students to turn up. That all of that did not go unnoticed. It was in that vehicle she was happy to tell me that I'm the overall best student. I was like, really? So there's something like overall best student I never knew. But the fact is paying attention to detail
Yeah.
and working together in team. Attentiveness is key.
Yeah.
You know, during our practical evaluation,
Oh.
we were raised to work as a team. On that very day, my classmates, they left me alone. They all gang up against me that it
I
was that
don't
day
care.
they want to see how good I am.
Susan, I see you.
And when our instructor said we should not take a pick on any project that we cannot finish. My first attention. He said we should look for project that we can finish within 20 to 30 minutes. That when they will see it, they will just say, wow. Second instruction. Now, my colleagues went to pick bigger projects that would be more beautiful than what I am doing. Many of them did not finish their project. I was able to start and complete my project in good time. Immediately I finished, the examiners were fighting for who to take my project home. They said, excellent. And I left the ground for them. My colleagues were now struggling because they've gone to choose a project that is bigger than mine because they want to show more skills. But they could not finish it on time. So paying attention is key. And it helps one to also evaluate whatever situation one is in and how to navigate it and how to achieve good results. So attentiveness is very, very key. Even when we say in Christian way, we do go to church for fellowship. We do go to church for meetings. Yeah. Even when we listen to the mind of God, there is communication through the Holy Spirit. Now, that communication, you have to act on it, not just hear it. Now, acting upon it is what builds the results.
Obedience.
Obedience is key and very, very important. So, because that is when we can see the end result of what God is saying. So, I would like to stop at this point.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you
Thank you for sharing. As you were talking, this passage was just coming to mind from the Bible. I had to quickly find it out. Proverbs 22:29. It says, "You see a man who excels in his work. He will stand before kings. He will not stand before unknown men." There's so many translations. I'll stick with the NKJV. Sometimes these things called being attentive comes with diligence, obedience, like Elder Adegbenga have said. So if you're the type that you're not too diligent with whatever your hand finds to do, maybe God is calling your attention to it, because like I said, we will miss out on good opportunities of life sometimes when we're not being attentive. Because when we're being attentive, you hear instructions which you might have to do one or two by, but when we don't, obviously we're going to lose out. And sometimes such opportunity may not even come again. Yeah, Debbie, exactly. It takes a lot of discipline, and some people are not disciplined. Some people, they're partially, maybe there's certain things they'll be disciplined at, other things they're not. And all of it, if it's not balanced, really, there will be consequences. So God helping all of us. Thank you, Elder Adegbenga. I had to take us way back memory so that all of you listening, you know that truly he is an elder. Yay, thank you. So I'm going to come to baritone and then I'll come to woman of purpose. I still see one or two in there. So if you don't mind, I hate to do this, but if you don't mind, if you can just give me your box for a few minutes and then we'll see how far we go. Shion, I see you just dropped off. Okay, I might have to use your box for somebody else, but thank you so much for understanding. So baritone, good evening. I hope you are good. Happy Monday to you. So we want to hear your views about this topic, being attentive. What say you, sir?
Hey, good evening, FunmiRoyal, and good evening to everyone here. I think everyone has said everything, but before I say something, I just would want to say what's on my mind before I forget is this to this guy, Alejandro, the person you call A13. I mean, he's always here, and Alejandro, I don't know if you understand me, but obviously it's just to say well done and thank you for supporting
Actually, let me bring
supporting this enterprise and this family, and of course, God bless you, and of course, your devotion is always noticed. Because I mean,
Gracias.
when
Sorry,
yeah,
Baritone. He doesn't speak English. Can you imagine?
yeah, yeah, I think in some way he will understand what
Yeah.
I'm
Somehow
saying.
he
In some
usually would
way,
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
of
I
course,
just brought
yeah.
him
That
up now. So guys, please help me just show some love to him, please.
yeah.
Show him some love.
Um, because I mean, even when some of us are not
Okay,
are not here,
gracias.
he's here every week. He's always here and tapping away and also sharing the life. So Alejandro, God bless you,
Thank you.
and well done. Yeah. Um.
Thank you, people.
So to the question, coordinator. Let me use the name.
Please don't even start now, please. Mind yourself, please.
I think the question is a little bit of a leading question, of course, because obviously there's not going to be any negative answer to it. That's why I'm
Well,
saying
there
that it's a
might
bit of
be. It's open. I mean, you can bring that
uh,
perspective, but you have to convince us
yeah.
really.
I don't see anybody being, bringing. Of course, that's why I'm saying it's a bit of a leading question. Anyway, but to go to Debbie. I want to do a bit of a riposte to what Debbie said.
Okay.
When Debbie Gazzab, where you said that, some people do things because they're going to receive things from people. I disagree a little bit there because people don't always go out on a limb to help other people or to do things for people because they're going to get gratitude. There are people who are naturally servers. There are
Wow.
people who get this satisfaction from helping others. That is where their strength comes. That is how they are made. That is who they are. And if they don't help other people, they don't feel satisfied. Whether you thank them or not,
It
that
doesn't
is who
matter.
they are. I think maybe what you want to talk about is that be conscious, to be balanced. Bring whatever you're doing to help others home. Like so that whatever you're doing, like they said when we were kids, whatever you do to the right turn, do to the left in mathematics. So that you help others on the outside. I knew someone when I was much younger. He was a very generous person on the outside, but
Marito, look at
people
what
were
Sister
dying.
Autism wrote. She said, I prefer to help strangers sometimes.
Exactly. Believe you me, because there are people who are just programmed that way.
Yeah.
And you might not know why, because each and every one of us, we've got a spirit man in us that dictates. That's why you see two people born of the same family, even twins. One of them is rascally, the other one is the calmest spirit around. That is, we come with a spirit person, and in some way that spirit man or person dictates how the aura around it, how your life flows. So it's a way of being aware. I mean, being aware, and being trying to balance, to bring the flavor of the other side into your life. Now to what Sheun said, a bit of a riposte also.
Oh, okay.
Sheun Sheun said that, just to recap, that of course he's most attentive in the beginning of the day. By the time the clock runs down to 6 p.m., his cup is almost empty, and he's almost not
Okay.
there for anybody. At that, yeah, Sheun, I hear you very well, and of course you're not wrong there, because most of us as human beings, we are that way. But still, back to being aware. I did at some point in a live within this community. I did mention about meditation. I don't know about it's something I learned so many years ago, and I discovered something that whenever I have the chance to meditate, to do meditation at the beginning of the day, it sets the tone for the rest of the day. And if you look at it, is it Psalm 43 or 46 or so? It said, "Be still and know that I am God," because within that stillness, you are open to the promptings of a spirit. Within that stillness, you can manage your person. Within that stillness, you can listen to the other person or to people and the environment around you and be able to balance things or be able to respond to stimuli, the way it may not be perfect, but at least you are going to, in some way, be alive to everything, be more balanced in the way you respond. So, meditation is prayer. Some people say mindfulness, but it's being able to use maybe a portion of the scripture to come to God with prayer, and then even open your mind, be aware of your environment, and then leave your environment to open up to the Spirit of God to speak to you. And then through that, it just it brings some sanities, into. I mean, our world is so raucous.
Chaotic.
It's exactly this place is so, from Monday to Sunday, and look, tomorrow I'm already scared of. I
At
don't know
least
what's
we're
happening
enjoying the
to you
bank
guys.
holiday today. Welcome back to real
Honestly,
world.
yeah, tomorrow we are back to the grind, so yeah, we need it to just to calm the spirit. And then when the spirit, because we're spiritual beings, and no matter how you want to look at it, when the inner person is calm, the outer person, the flesh and blood, would respond, would come out, would show up when you need it.
Yeah.
So I will rest there, and maybe let's try and all these things are connected.
It
All
is.
these things are connected, and if we deal with number one, number 2 to 10 will fall in line. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, you've heard it from his mouth. I love the fact that you brought the Christian or biblical perspective to it. Because, like I always say, whether we're in denial that there is a God or not, he rules in the affairs of men, whether we believe that or not. And like you said, flesh and blood, sometimes we're weak, sometimes we're not paying attention, but for the help of the Holy Spirit. So try it, meditation, as he said, or mindfulness, as some people may know it. It could be the key to helping you to being more attentive. Who knows? You never know until you try. Thank you so much, Baritone, for your contribution. I'm going to come to Woman of Purpose, then I'll come to Susan, and then Alpha IJ. I see you. I know your IJ's world, but it's good. It's good. I'm liking this alphabet. So welcome as well. Woman of Purpose, good evening. Well, I know it's nearly almost midnight, but good evening. Happy Monday. Happy
Happy
Bank Holiday
Monday.
Monday to you. I hope you're good.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Good to
just
have you.
ironing and listening and everything else.
So it's good you're listening. You're not just hearing people talk.
I'm
So you're paying
listening.
attention.
I am. I am. I am.
Good to
Yeah.
hear that.
I mean, being attentive. Yeah. I think the question you ask is it. What was the
Okay,
question?
all right. So the question is, well, now Baritone, you're making me feel funny to ask this question, but if it's a leading question or not, we still have to talk about it. Do you think paying attention can make a person's
Funny.
life? What did you say?
No, don't feel funny. That was just my take. Don't mind me.
It's
I was being cheeky.
okay. It's all right. We'll still ask our question. Never mind. I don't want it to be too complicated so that everybody will be able to chip in. Thank you, all the same. So do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete and more balanced or not? Maybe yes or no. It doesn't matter really, but what's your view about this?
Yeah. I would say yes.
Okay.
It does because I mean, I think as human beings, our focus is always going to be somewhere.
Somehow.
And I think we have to, and our attention span doesn't last for me, I think I'll take it from a way of we have to prioritize what we pay attention to or what we focus on, because being attentive it can be very draining.
Yeah.
When you're focusing on something and you're actually listening, it can be very draining, and we don't have limitless concentration and energy and everything. I think somebody mentioned earlier about feeling drained, and I think in terms of that, we have to find ways to refeed ourselves. And because I feel like the time to do that and the effort to do that is not limited, is limited. Therefore, we have to prioritize. And I think that's where it comes to be about being self-reflective, having time out to think, where's my attention at the moment? Is it in a good place? And if you've mastered something and you no longer need to put that focus in there, where is it I'm lacking? Where do I need to start refocusing my attention to? I mean, because being attentive we need to be attentive to everything, but you can't do that because we're just not designed to be able to do that. So I think the key is, self-reflection, having that time, asking yourself, where am I? How well am I doing? Where do I need to pay more attention? If it's your relationship, is it your health? Sometimes just simple things like eating well, sleeping well. How are you going to concentrate? How are you going to have attention for anything?
Don't go there, please.
when you don't sleep well, you're not going to be. I mean, literally, you wake up and you feel already exhausted, ready to go back to bed again. I mean,
my goodness.
So definitely, we have to focus. Part of it is self-reflection. Where do I need to put the effort? Where do I need to make the change? And then you focus on those things and making small steps. I think we can't just go through life just letting things just push us left, right. We have to take some control, self-control about these things and actually put in, effort and think about these things and evaluate and put plans in place. Because at the end of the day, it's like wherever you put your focus in is what you're going to reap out of there. If you're focusing at work and you're ignoring your family life, it's going to suffer.
Definitely.
And if you do the other way around, one is going to suffer. Your boss is going to be like, you this person, every time. It's only your house all the time. You can't be at work. Every time it's work. My family this, my family that. So, you got always, wherever you put that focus, that effort is what you're going to get out of it. So, and we have to shift it because you can't just stay in one place. You're not going to grow. So I feel like, that's what we have to do. The other thing I would say also, my phone is not dying. Hold on. Let me just put it on the charger.
Exactly. It's good you're paying attention.
It's been working hard today.
You just go off and be wondering, hey, okay.
Yeah.
Even in simple things, we need to pay attention.
Yeah, we need to pay attention. And I mean, it's like my job sometimes. By the time I finish that job, I'm tired because I spend the whole day paying attention to every story, every this and that I'm so drained out that I have to have time out. Like, literally, when I finish work, I need at least an hour where I just lay down and I'm just eyes closed and just recalibrate, refresh myself, and then get back again. Because we have to, and I think that's why it's important for us, work, wherever in our private life, personal life, whatever, you have to take time out to refresh yourself, to evaluate things, and then move forward. And I think the other thing I would say is that sometimes some people, they can be attentive to everything, honestly, and it can be quite draining.
Thank you.
I mean, it's a good thing, but I think I'll flip it the other side as well. Some people, they pay attention to everything, and a good thing about paying attention to, sometimes you can find solutions to things that people don't see because you're paying attention. That's a positive side. But some people, they do it so much that they get burnt out, they overthink
something.
They miss something because they're too over. So there is that thing about it that also you have to be careful. I think with everything you have to pray for wisdom, know when to pay attention and when not to, because in this life there's things that we should not pay attention to, because we do, it's going to lead us the wrong path. Like I always think of that story about Mary and Martha, when Jesus came, and one was busy trying to get everything done. Yes, and one was sitting down, and and in the two things that they were doing, it's not like they weren't important, but at that moment in time, the important thing is that wisdom to be sitting and actually spending time with your guest. But you're there thinking, oh, I need to make sure the food, I need to make sure this, and you're actually missing the person that's come to see you. So I think being attentive, we have to pray for that godly wisdom to lead us to figure out where we need to go. And I think that's the thing about, prioritizing your time, looking at the things you need to do and saying today, well, I can't do all these 20 tasks, but you know what? What's important? What is the important ones that I can actually put in that effort? Yeah, focus that attention, focus that time into that and really make headway. Because sometimes you try to do so much that you end up doing nothing because you're putting bit here, and actually when you look back, you're like, there's no progress.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. Like in my work role, sometimes if I know I have to do something that requires a lot of concentration and stuff, I make sure that day that's what I focus on. And maybe I might put like 2 hours where I just do that intensively, and then after that I will do something that doesn't require that kind of attention, where I'm more relaxed to balance it, because I can't spend a whole day doing that, because I'll be exhausted for the rest of the week. So it's about looking at the things we need to focus on and actually praying for godly wisdom to lead us to figure out where we need to prioritize those things, and put in that effort. So yeah, I mean, and the Bible always, also tells us that we need to focus on what is good. Why would the Bible say that? Because sometimes we focus our attentions on things that are not good, but it says think of the things that are good.
Yeah.
So it's encouraging us that our attention, being attentive, is good. Putting attention, putting focus, but we need to put it in the right things so that we can reap good rewards. But if we put it in the wrong way, we're still gonna reap, but it's not gonna be good for us.
I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah. So that's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, woman of purpose. Thank you. Yeah. Prioritize. Being attentive is one thing. What are you being attentive to is another thing. Because sometimes, when you don't prioritize, you just pay attention to a particular thing, and the one that really, really needs your attention is being neglected. There will be consequences. How good? You will determine that, whatever happens to you, so to say. So let's be mindful, because we need wisdom, to be honest with you. There's everything contending with our attention. Me, be here, be there, all of that. And in the process, we might be giving all of that, and then we don't give attention to ourselves. Bam, breakdown. Bam, burnout. And then these people or whatever it is giving you attention. See, human beings were easily replaced. God forbid anything bad happens to a particular person. Look, especially in the work environment, that position will be advertised before the burial self, God forbid. So you better look after yourself and make sure the things you're prioritizing really matter, and you're giving the attention to what really matters. Is very important. So thank you, woman of purpose, for your submission. Susan, good evening. Sad but true. Yeah. I hope you're good. We want to hear from you. Happy Bank Holiday Monday, sis.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you. Same to you. Happy Bank Holiday. Hope you had a good rest today.
Yes, so some of us have been lazy. Yes, that's the word.
I've been up and about. Went to O2, been busy, just.
Oh wow! After yesterday, I'm still recovering from yesterday, or from the weekend altogether. Even
I still went to work last night. So
are you for real?
Yeah,
I'm sure we left you there.
I think so.
Energy.
Yeah. All right. Paying attention.
Yeah.
Being attentive to what matters.
Yeah. That's a way to look at it.
Well, I think being attentive, I only listened to Woman of Purpose because it's not long we came in. That's why I joined in late.
Okay.
So I just heard baritone a little bit, but to continue from where Woman of Purpose.
I can just quickly break it down to let you know
at least from what Woman of Purpose said, at least I've got a tip of.
So because you were paying attention to Woman of Purpose, good job.
So that's why I want to continue from her line.
Okay. It's all right.
So being attentive, I know, just imagine a pregnant woman. She has a baby. Where does her attention goes to? It goes to the baby. And then she forgets the other kids. She forgets the husband. And then
Brian,
they start troubling each other. Because one, the husband he feel left out. Imagine if he's the first child, And the first child, where they've been together, and now this little baby comes in, they've forgotten the husband.
Mr. John.
Now you now move your attention to the baby. But then most people don't understand that we need to prioritize who is important, or not just prioritize, we need to balance it. Because sometimes you prioritize, but we don't balance. You can think, oh, the baby is more important.
Yeah.
The man is also important
Oh,
because he was there before the baby. Fine, the baby is a little one that needs attention. So that's where we need balance in everything we're doing. So I'm just using the baby as being, sometimes it breaks marriages, especially when it comes to the first
Okay, I
child.
see you.
They're like, oh, no, 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 you've forgotten about me. And every day they're quarreling, they're having friction in the house and all that. Now, in our day-to-day activity,
Jafet, I see you.
as well, we tend to prioritize or pay attention to unnecessary things. And I've always had that mindset to say, you know what, the things you cannot change, don't kill yourself over it. Because if I can't change it, what's the point? You
But
now,
you will try. What if you can? What if you
no,
won't try?
I've weighed it.
Okay,
So
fair
there's
enough.
no point me wasting time changing what it's not possible.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen. So let's leave it. Whatever the decision is, we flow with the rhythm. But then most people waste so much time,
And attention, yeah.
yes, on unnecessary things, and at the end of the day, you now find out that you've not done anything. 5 years, 10 years gone, you're wondering, what have I achieved?
I wonder.
Now, looking back to when most of us came into this country, we didn't have the mind to be like, no, wait, 10 years, nah, I can't stay 10 years in this country. Hell no. And then their attention is different, because for some guys, their aim is to sleep around, you know? Oh, they want to sleep with the white girls. That's their attention. Forgetting that you have people back home. I need to get my papers right. All those things, those are the important things, but the attention is just on
Right.
things that you can get after. And
Frivolous.
then 20 years down the line, you're like, guy, you never get your paper. What's the happen? And then that's when reality will now dawn on them to say, oh, more, I've really wasted my time paying attention to unnecessary things.
Yeah.
And I've got friends that have really, really paid attention to the wrong things. And now some of them, because they had papers to work with, they decided not to work on their own papers. They're like, oh no, forgetting that this thing will not be there forever.
However, definitely.
What if they sack you from that job? How are you going to use that same paper to go and get another job? So sometimes this attention of a thing is just to balance the equation. Fine, at that time you might feel, oh, I've my heydays. You want to feel among. It's important, but is it necessary at that time?
I really wonder.
Now, internet or the social media has taken over almost 80% of our lives. We wake up in the morning, the first thing our hand grabs is the phone. Even if you want to join morning prayer,
Is it not your phone?
it's my phone. Now that's the media, and some people, they're like, oh, straight to the media, what's happening? And then you see somebody calling me, did you hear that this person did this? I'm like, what's my own? You are following them. Do they even know you?
I wonder.
So there are things that out of the blues, you just call me, oh, Davido got married. It's important, but those things, they are not relevant for me at the moment. At that time, that's not what I'm thinking about. So we need to prioritize what is it. I know on social media it keeps us informed,
Yeah.
but there's a but in it. So is that but that we need to look into and say, is this necessary at this time? Now you have people that, oh, fine, Bible say pay attention, incline your ears to my words. Yes, that's the Bible. But you know, in the morning now or late afternoon, you see people not in this country, but probably in Nigeria. They're all in the church praying. In my head, I'm like, on
Oh,
another
what?
go walk.
No,
On
what? On
another
a
go walk.
Monday morning? Seriously?
As in, you're praying, thinking, I will not forget, I'll not send money to you. I tell them, I say, gone are the days where manna fall from heaven. That those days have passed. Nobody will just wake up and just wire money to you like that.
Well, some are
No,
still doing it, or sis.
they are still doing it, but you know, it's just few of them.
Wow.
It's not as it used to be anymore, because most people are more enlightened that, come, if I don't work, I'm not gonna eat. Even though it's in the Bible, they read it every day, but they still expect somebody else to work and send
Drop
something to
manna.
them. Yes. You, fine, it's not as if it's wrong to pray, no, but you know,
Timing.
prayer, timing, understanding the time. If you understand the time and season, I don't think we're gonna miss anything in life. We're not gonna miss it. But because we over prioritize things, like somebody said, she prefers to help strangers. Of course, I support you with that, because now you are not making this your own people to be too comfortable in their comfort zone, that they don't even want to do anything. They are just sitting down. Months don't they end, months don't they end, something go land. One of my friend that came last year, somebody, her neighbor, every time she calls her, have you started work? She said no. He said, okay, all right. Now she has called her 2 3 times now, just to know if she has started work. In my head, I'm like, so if I've started work, how so you now start
Only they
billing me
truly
your
care like
that.
that.
You understand? Now you're
Meaning,
paying.
you should have started sending money down this way.
Hey, God.
Oh, God help us.
It's I'm in my head. I'm like, so is my job now that is your own, that you are paying attention to? We went to I saw one lady video and I said, don't post this thing on social media, they'll start billing you. She turned and she was laughing. I said, by the time they'll start billing you, they'll think you're over enjoying yourself. Oh.
In
No,
fact,
saying that just picture now you put to.
hey,
so,
with the
so
with the latest filter in town, not knowing
I'm
that.
telling you, so they will think you are over enjoying yourself, and they'll start paying attention to unnecessary things. And you now, you won't even, you're like, okay, let me do this, let me do that. Forgetting that time waits for no one, no time to waste time. You check the media now, oh, this one has passed, that one has passed. Just like that.
Yeah,
Then you need to understand that time, there's no time to waste time.
at all.
Anything you can do,
It's all
do it.
about packaging. It's all
No.
packaging. I know.
So me, I just believe being attentive is just to balance it. Once you balance it, you'll be attentive to necessary things. You stop wasting your time on munu. All those munu talk, those things that will not even add any P to
Please
your account.
translate. Some of us don't understand. What is menu? What did you say?
Munu, yeah, cha.
Okay.
So that's just life anyway. Just being attentive to things that are necessary, even though we want to prioritize, but just balance it. Balance it with the word of God, balance it with your life. And men, enjoy yourself while time waits for no one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you very
sister. Thank
much.
you. One key thing that stood with me, I thank you for your submission, is understanding the times. And even with yourself, you might have to understand the times and seasons you're in so that you know what to, pay attention to. Because it's not in all seasons you pay attention to every single thing. Otherwise, you might just miss out on the most important thing. So understanding the times, just like the sons of Issachar, really, so that you know what to do, when to do it, or what to pay attention to, so that you can reap the benefits of that season you're in. Thank you, Susan, for that perspective. So unfiltered, let me see. Unfiltered her, I see you. I hope she's not on break there or something. Unfiltered, can you see me? Or can you hear me rather?
I can hear you.
Okay, good
Good
evening and
evening.
welcome to Insight with FunmiRoyal. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. And how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, I'm sure you've heard one or two comments or discussions so far. I don't know what perspective you want to bring to it, but I'm going to ask you the general questions, anyways, after giving the talk to put perspective to it, being attentive to God, yourself, and other people around you. So, do you think paying attention can make a person's life complete or more balanced? What is your take?
I think when you're paying attention, it can definitely bring balance to your life, but also it can wither away the things that you don't need. I think most of the times when we're in a season or when we're walking a path, what we usually face the biggest distractions. And when you're attentive to your season, knowing what you need and knowing what you don't need, it's easier to get rid of the attentions, the distractions that will happen. So I just think that when it comes down to that for me personally, that takes a lot of just praying to God, having a close relationship with God, and also knowing when to let go of things because most of the time,
Crucial. That's
yeah,
very crucial. Knowing when to let go.
yeah, I think that's very important, especially when you're in a season. And sometimes the hardest things for us to let go of are the things that we've become so attached to, but sometimes they pull us down rather than help us along the
Like
way.
weights, they kind of weigh us down. Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely weigh us down. And for me personally, in order for you to create that balance, you need to look inwards first. Like, you need to ask yourself some certain questions. Am I in the right place? Am I doing the right thing? Is this for me? Is this my path? Is this my journey? Is this something that I'm meant to do? Or is this something that is expected for me to do? I think self-awareness comes with paying attention to yourself. So if you don't know yourself, if you don't know what you want, it's so easy to start doing things based on what is expected of you. So I definitely think that making sure that you wither away distractions, paying attention it's like the slightest little things when you sit down. And I think paying attention comes with stillness. When you sit down, there's a difference when you're partaking and when you sit down and you're looking around. You notice more things.
Mary and Martha, like the example Susan.
Yeah, like Mary and Martha, you notice more things. So I just think that paying attention to our lives, to our seasons, especially right now. I know everyone is in different stages in their lives. You know, some people are motherhood, some people are going through different things in their lives that could add or distract. So for me personally, me being a mom, I'm a working, I'm a wife. I have to know what balance,
Yeah.
what goes where, what I need to put down. I'm obviously running a business as well. My attention is always required in different places. So there's times when I have to say to myself, okay, right, yes, you have all of this capes that you're wearing, but it's time to let go so you can have time for yourself. So you're not just pouring and pouring into other people whilst you are forgetting what you are meant to be doing. And, paying attention to yourself also means that when the world is in a season, You don't just follow suit, you know. You also create some paths that you
in
should
the
be on
crowd.
yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not always about followers. Sometimes it's always leading. And sometimes you can be a follower. You have to know where you're meant to be. You know, it's not everyone is made to be a leader in this world. Some people are there to encourage. Some people are there to help other people along. And whilst helping other people along, they meet their purpose. So just because something looks good and attractive doesn't mean it's for you. So I think the main part of being attentive is understanding who you are and what God actually wants for you. Like, and that comes with intentionality with your relationship with God. Yeah, so that's what I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. There's a lot packed in there. Thank you, Unfiltered. I really appreciate your contribution. Yeah, it boils down to, whichever way, being attentive now, it comes with a lot of work. A lot of work in the sense that you cannot afford just to live life anyhow. You have to be intentional, like she said. You have to be intentional. Otherwise, there's so many distractions in this world. And if you don't know who you are, you want to do everything, everything, everything. I remember sharing my story here. My father wanted me to be a doctor or an accountant. And fine, I was good in math, but it wasn't my thing. I was in the media world already, and I was loving what I was doing. And I said, no daughter of mine would be. That was where my attention was. In fact, I do sleep in the studios, guys, because I love to a passion what I was doing. That was where my attention, my focus, everything is. And here is on the flip side, my father, he has authority over me. He was going to send me to school, telling me if you don't do medicine or accountancy, no school. And I'm like, this is, but as a child, then some of us that we didn't have a voice then. So it was my option to choose to carry on in this media or broadcast world, or to do what he wanted, and he didn't care. But for me, I was so convinced that I don't care, I don't want to go to school if that is what this man is telling me. So if you don't know who you are, a lot of things will define you, and if you're not careful, you're going to put your attention on that thing, and you just notice you're not feeling fulfilled. Something is not just right. So whether you're a young person listening in right now or you're an adult, because some adults, these things kind of, it affected them such that they're now adults and they don't even know what to put their attention on or where to focus, their lives, or what to focus their lives on. And some people will get to their 60s, they'll look back, it's like they haven't lived, because some of these things kind of affect them. But I want to believe that as an adult, of course, as an adult, you still have your parents, but you're now an adult of your own. Better late than never. What are you putting your attention to? Is it what your parents are still insisting? Is it what you feel you need to put your attention on? Is it what others think? Is it what your siblings are doing? Is it what your friends are? Sometimes all these things are good. I mean, it's good to have friends, it's good to have mentors and all of that. But if you don't know yourself, you may just waste decades of your life putting attention to what is not you. Just because you like this person, what they're doing, you don't focus on that, and you forget yourself. And it's like you're building where you will never reap. It's not a curse. So we need to refocus. We need to sit down, self-reflect. Where am I at? What season? Identify your season. What is taking 80% of your attention? Is it God's will? Because you can always go back to God. This is where I am at. I may have missed it, but I really need to be on track with my life. Mind you, people, not everybody gets to live to be 100. I wish us good health, long life. Thank you, Lecky Sword, for the hat me. But you and I know that not everybody will get to live to be 100. So if you catch the vision at 80, maybe if you're going to live till 100, you still have 20 years to get it right. But then, do you still have the energy? Do you have what it takes? Because at old age, you're meant to be resting, you're meant to be recounting, you're meant to be looking at your legacy that you left, or you're going to leave behind already. But when we're not being attentive on the right things, or the things God would have us, pay attention to, then what exactly are we paying attention to? How beneficial is it to our life's purpose? Because I don't want to just walk the face of this earth. She came, she saw, what did they say? She came, she conquered. What I can't remember for the life of me. No, I want to be the one that say she lived the life God wanted her to live. Despite all the obstacles, despite all the challenges, she still lived life as God would have her live. I always say better late than never, because God is the one really that can speed up strength for you. Make sure you get it. Check yourself. As we finish on Inside tonight, go sit down somewhere, have a moment with yourself, where you are at in your life. Just take a bit of check and see whether everything is okay. You're meant to be where you're meant to be. You're focusing on the things you're supposed to focus on. And of course, you'll feel that fulfillment within you. But if not, don't be shy. Don't be in denial of retracing your steps or finding the right thing God will have you focus on. Because otherwise, they say time waits for no one. I really want to appreciate everyone. I don't know, there's quite a number of people there. Somebody's just dropped off. Joy Giver, I see you're back. Queen Modupe, I think I've tried to invite you, but I see you've been there. Stressy, I see you. Thank you, Lekisot, for joining in. Elder Debbie, I see you there. So any one of you, please, if you want to share one or two, send an invite, because we're going to be rounding up now. I don't have a puzzle for today. I'm not even going to bring one, but I just want us to really, really self-reflect. Like I say, on Mondays here, we talk about issues relating to individual lives, because if we don't get it right as an individual, we're going to affect, whether positively or negatively, the world around us, whether work world, family world, a community as a whole. Sometimes we don't know what we have on the inside of us until we pay attention, and then we run with that thing God is leading us to run with, and then you find out that you feel fulfilled. I mean, everybody wants to feel fulfilled in life, but not everyone gets to be fulfilled. So this is my question to us out there. What is taking your attention in this season, in this time we are in this world? What is taking priority in your life? What are you giving your attention to? Is it worth it? Is it what God will have you do? These are questions you need to ask yourself. And if you can manage to answer that, I think you're on the right track. God helping all of us. I don't know if anyone have for us any final word, because we'll be rounding up now. I think we've done justice to this topic today. May the Lord water the seed in our hearts and give us divine understanding, such that we don't waste any time that we have left. God helping us. Anyone? Otherwise, I think we're done for today. Yes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. Really appreciate every single one for your contributions. Thank you, Kenneth. Thank you, Tista for Autism. Leslie, August, I always salute. You're welcome back from holiday. On Fielder, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your submissions as well. Susan, thank you. Baritone, thank you. Sheon, thank you. Let me see, and all those who have been listening in attentively, thank you. Queen, I see you. Modupe, thank you once again. Stressy, I see you. Joy Giver, oh, you're back there. Thank you so much. A13, gracias. Thank you so much. I really appreciate every single one of you. And I wish you well. I wish tomorrow was another bank holiday, but yeah, oh well, we'll be good. Enjoy work. Make sure you prioritize, give your attention to what is priority, so that you can achieve a lot by the end of this week and beyond. And this I think by the time we'll meet again, is it? Oh no, we're still gonna be in August. I was gonna say it's gonna be another month though. But thank God for keeping us thus far. I appreciate every single one of us. Do have for yourself a lovely, lovely night rest, and be good and pay attention to what matters. God helping all of us. Guys, good night and God bless. Thank you. Monday. Is it? Today is Monday. We're still back here on Thursday. So yeah, no, we're still gonna be meeting in August. Thank you, Susan. Enjoy your night rest. Bringing hope and make you feel. Thank you, Baritone. Thank you, Sheol. Thank you. Debbie Gazim, thank you so much. Yes, good night. I know. Time to sleep. If we go and sleep, truly. Love is light that's within me, shine to the whole world. Whole world. Debbie Gazim, gong gong gong. I hear you. New day, bring understanding and love. Thank you, guys. Good night, everyone.